More of an asshole.
More of an asshole. Okay, properties. Okay, I think we're good.
Does he talk faster?
Hmm?
Or Rex faster?
I don't know if he talks Rex faster or not.
What reason about faster?
I just like saying Rex faster because it's funny.
Okay.
It's funny.
It was me.
Move this over here. Espatine review.
I prefer the sequel. A spit adult.
Damn time. Okay. Streamer mode is enabled. Alright, we're back in the saddle, bitch. Although for people watching that watch every week, it's like nothing changed. But I was out of the country for a little bit.
No, you weren't.
New Jersey counts as out of the country.
Not yet.
Return to story.
Not until New Jexit.
New Jexit? Yeah.
Yeah, it's part of.
That's why I was there. I was discussing it.
It's part of Project 2027 or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. Ed. Did you see that?
No.
Just said Ed. Oh, yeah, he's visiting Ed in the hospital. Did Ed die?
No.
Oh, okay. You got full nose there.
I'm just roasting.
Full Kyle nose.
You want to come sniff my hair a little bit? Thank you. It has like mafia font.
Yeah.
I just noticed that.
Oh, what is this box? Mysterious box.
This has my heart in it.
Yeah. that's why I keep having heart attacks. Because I keep losing.
Keep it on the box.
And I'm biting on people's hair. Thursday morning, December 25th. Oh, it's Christmas. Waking up doesn't feel so bad this time. I can still feel some drink from last night sloshing around in my stomach.
Really?
But as I drag myself out of bed and feel a draft of cool air...
I don't think it should be there anymore.
Yeah, probably not. I think that's just pissed, Kyle. I soon feel better, like I can actually face the day. I haven't gone to the bathroom in 7 days.
This is in his stomach.
Yeah. I open the blinds and stare out of the window. The rain that was pouring down during the night must have stopped sometime this morning, because we didn't have the budget to put in a rain effect in the overworld. The sunlight beyond the window is dazzling as it reflects off the leftover droplets of water. The still damn shitty-scape is strangely picturesque, like a scene from a film or a video game. I lean against the glass and take a moment to absorb what I'm seeing. Suddenly the song that I heard last night, Promise, pops into my head for some reason. I promise. I pause. Why did it provoke such a nostalgic feeling in me when I heard it? Then the realization hits me. I must have heard it somewhere before. What is this, like... I guess stuff like that. I guess they didn't have phones to dilly-dally on back in the day, so they would just... Yeah. They'd just act like they had phones.
Yeah. Yeah.
They didn't know yet, but...
They were like, I don't have a phone yet.
Genetically
they were actively thinking about...
Yeah. They were thinking about the future. After putting on some clothes, I slump onto the sofa. I try to unclutter my memories and recover the one that includes the song. At last, a memory from 25 years ago emerges, and I recall the streets at night. That's it! The song I heard on the radio then. It was Promise. You were just passing by a store and they were playing Promise? That's your big memory? It was after Dad had been murdered and we moved to Manhattan. I awoke suddenly at night only to hear the sound made by the falling rain. I left my bed and slipped behind the curtain. If I stood on the tips of my toes, I could just about see through the window. The last window. The glass was slightly foggy, so I had to use the sleeve of my pajamas to wipe it. My sleeve was wet through, but I could finally see outside. What I saw was the purple-lit glow of the Manhattan night. I'd vowed that I would never enjoy living there. I didn't know anyone, it was too cold, but for the first time I found something I appreciated about the place. I wanted my mom to see that view. I cautiously opened the door to the neighboring room. To my surprise, my mom was still awake and standing beside the window. Realization came to me in an instant. Mom had been staring at the same view as I had. I remember telling her that I thought it looked beautiful. Mom came over, wrapped her arms around me, and just stood there beside me. There was a faint sound coming from the small radio Mom kept beside the bed. While holding me, my mom told me something. She said that my dad loved this song. As I looked up, my eyes met those of Mom. Then, for the first time since we arrived in that town, Mom looked different. Her eyes were brimming with tears. So that was how I knew that song. It was the song playing on the radio in our apartment.
We lived in a
department
Burlington coat factory.
That's before they got rid of the coat factory in the name and just turned it into Burlington. I liked it better when it was a car.
We got the coat factory in the divorce. They kept Burlington.
They kept Burlington. It's my phone.
So edgy.
I keep forgetting there's a fucking phone button.
What year is this? 80?
I think it's the 80s, yeah.
Just 80?
Might be 80 flat before Mario.
I think that's Kyle.
1 year BM before Mario. Hello? Mom. Oops.
Hello? Hi, I see you're at home. I don't know, I don't remember her voice.
It was like old lady Kyle. Yeah, no change there. What's on your mind?
Nothing, really. I just thought you'd be out.
Sorry to disappoint.
Don't take everything as a joke, Kyle. I just felt like I should call you, that's all. I don't really have anything to say, though.
So, goodbye. Mom. You're worrying me, Mom. Why call if you thought I was gonna be out? That's what I wanted to say to her, but I decided to keep it to myself instead. I got your package, by the way. That baseball was the one Dad bought me all those years ago, wasn't it?
So you remember?
So you're re-gifting a gift that I already got. I see, cheap ass. I remember Dad and I used to play catch with it.
That ball was very precious to your father. I think the reason was that you told him you wanted to be a baseball player.
I remember saying something like that when I was a kid.
Your father kept that ball so that each time he looked at it, he could see your smiling face tell him you wanted to be a pro one day.
He'd say the craziest things, the darndest things. I'm gonna put down and give audio a little bit. I don't remember that key though. Was that the key that Dad used for the car?
No, it wasn't.
Then what was it?
When the case came back from the police, it was inside. It was there together with the baseball. I haven't got a clue what it's for, but I have the feeling it represents something that he wanted you to have.
Mom, there's something I've been meaning to ask for a while now, but I think now's the time.
What is it? What do you want to ask me?
Why'd you ever get with a guy like Dad?
What?
He was in a less than respectable career. So why'd you agree to marry him?
Well, I fell in love, and that's why. I fell in love with him and never wanted to be apart. The first time I met him was at the hospital where I worked. I was the one in charge of tending to the wounds he came in with.
So it was a classic case of patient and nurse falling in love. Classic.
Yes, I suppose it was. When I met him, he was a total stranger. But I did know one thing. I knew that he was bearing a secret of some kind, and that if it ever came out, I wouldn't be able to stay with him. That's why I was prepared to be content without knowing.
When'd you find out what his secret was?
About 2 years after you've been born, he came clean about precisely what he did for a living.
You mean he told you about the safe cracking?
Yes.
And once you knew, didn't you try and stop him?
Kyle.
Maybe if you had, we wouldn't have had to live off the money he earned by ripping people off. And he wouldn't have wound up dead 7 years later.
It's not like that, Kyle.
And what is it like?
After you were born, your father, he wanted to make a clean break and give up that line of work. But his associates weren't happy with his decision. And
So he just kept on cracking safes? How can you just forgive him like that?
Kyle,
After hearing me shout down the phone at her, Mom drips into a strange silence. And it's because this is the first time we've ever discussed Dad so openly. Starting to regret bringing up the subject in the first place.
Let's stop talking about this, Kyle.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Kyle, when you're ready to forgive your father and me, perhaps then we can continue this conversation. Merry Christmas, Kyle.
Mom, okay. I made a mistake. Oh, great. Who's there?
Why do I have to be real?
Why do I have to be corporeal? I want to be a painting. I want to be like this guy. I want to be like Neil Patrick Harris on my wall.
Not Patrick Harris. Sir Patrick Harris.
Who's this? Oh, Jesus. It's you.
Merry Christmas, Hyde.
What the hell do you want this early in the morning? I heard your music playing down the hallway.
Whoa! Back to your normal cold self, I see. Huh.
You have to forgive me, but wasn't it you who dumped your friend on Christmas Eve just to go paint the town red with Betty?
It was more a white, but I'm not denying it, man. You have a heart. What would you have done? Oh wait, have a heart, not you have a heart. Like, what does that mean? Anyway, how was the rest of the night down there? Have a heart, man.
Just me and Sydney drinking till after the place closed.
Ha, cool. I'm drinking root beer. He stuffed the drink under the table, that one.
Drink root beer under the table. I got a big ass straw and I drink it under the table.
Holding it between your legs.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Can't remember a single time when it didn't pass
Well,
out.
you can't hold
solid
it.
as a rock.
You can't hold it too tight, otherwise it'll like block the flow.
Yeah. It'll open up the, yeah.
So how was your night?
Mine?
Yeah. I was like, when are you gonna read that?
How'd it go with Betty?
Oh wait, are we actually streaming special lost episode of Window? Did the stream stop?
That would be unfortunate.
Let me check.
Yeah, what does that mean?
What does it mean?
What could she possibly mean?
No, we're here, I think. Yeah, we're good. We're good.
That'd be unfortunate.
Which it goes up to 3 and then back down to 1.
Yeah.
That's what you come here
Oh,
to
yeah.
tell me about anyway, right?
Instead of a phone, you just handcuff yourself and try to get out over and over. I just realized that's where she is in the
Yeah,
video.
that's the Taskmaster test.
You really can see right through me, man.
So what happened?
Well, we headed to the same place I took you a couple nights ago.
Dude, that one video I sent you was really Taskmaster core. I'm glad that you agreed on that one.
What was it?
Where it's like visualizing the election candidates from like 2005, and they put them in these really awkward-looking 3D models and had them walk down the road to determine how many votes they got or whatever.
Yeah.
Your time starts now.
You have 1 hour. Spend half the night chatting and get out of control.
Sounds like it went pretty well.
Yeah, thought so too, but now I'm not so sure.
You drinking under the table again?
I actually kind of given up on Betty
Shit, man.
and on Mug root beer. I drink A&W now. But then she went and said some pretty confusing things. Then she told me to give something to you. Something pretty weird.
It's the Scarlet Star.
Just gives you the MacGuffin.
Hey, Tony, I just realized I had to.
And there's MacGuffin!
Yeah. I just realized I had one of the crystal stars.
Give it to Carl. He got a protagonal energy about him.
Protagonal energy.
What did Benny say?
She was a little drunk and slurring her words a bit, but she was going on about how there's 2 guys she likes, one who sets sparks flying and one she cares about in a different way.
Cryptic.
Yeah. I was wondering which one I was. I just sat there nearly falling off my stool. But next thing she said, she sure threw me a hell of a curveball. Tony, she said, what do you do when there's someone that you really care about? That's how she said it. Who's close to you? You know, someone you've been friends with for a while. How do you tell them how much you care about them without them freaking out?
Did she say anything else?
Yeah, she said, I'm gonna stop doing the weird thing now. The other guy's history now. And I want to take it further with that friend, but,
So what had you so confused?
that's the thing. The way she looked at me when she said it, started thinking that maybe that friend, me.
Turns out it's Kyle.
You didn't actually ask her, right?
Nah, I kinda chicken out. Pathetic, isn't it? No, she was blasted drunk. It was probably the right
Yeah.
move.
Maybe you're wrong, maybe you're right, but for now, you should stick to the belief that she was talking about you and trying to become that person to her. Only way to be sure, right?
I guess so. You know what? Maybe it is me.
Who knows? I mean, look at you. You can't get her out of your head.
Ain't that the truth? Maybe I'll get her real drunk and pull info out of her when she's real drunk.
What'd she ask you to look after?
This. Some sort of notebook.
A notebook.
She said it belongs to Rex, but he left it behind.
Oh.
The Rex Faster files.
Oh no, yeah,
And then
what the hell?
he has a thing.
Whoa.
he has something in his notebook that's like, I did it, ha! And then it's like Kyle Hype or something like that. Kyle Hype. it's just like anti-drawings of everything we put down.
Sell cocaine.
Yeah.
It has a giant Luna eating a little plant.
Yeah.
Or no, it was a baby.
Yeah. Well, plants are like babies.
Yeah. She said something about you being able to find some use for it. Something about protagonal scent.
Yeah.
She said I could, but I can't say I understood what she was getting at, though. Yo. Right, I'm gonna go back to my room.
Why'd you go?
Wank
Yeah.
a bit.
Okay.
Tony leaves my room.
Tony leaves my room. What's Rex?
He says your thoughts.
It's in his head. Yeah, he's invading his thoughts.
What the fuck? What's Rex keeping written down in his notebook?
I hope it's like stuff that I write down.
Do you think Kyle actually like thinks in like first person narration?
I think so. Yeah, he seems like the type.
Tony leaves my room.
I open Rex's notebook. Ah, god damn it, his are really neat.
Condor disappeared.
Jack Green.
Condor disappeared. Jack Green disappeared. 1967. Who the hell's he? Who's Jack Green?
That is 13 years ago.
Huh? It's my phone again.
Oh, brother.
This guy stinks.
Now I can use the phone button.
Mom? You're familiar.
Hello.
Oh, it's Rachel, I think. Rachel.
Merry Christmas, sweetie. I've got some good news for you. Ed's made a dramatic recovery and will be out of the hospital by the weekend.
We found the box that had his heart in it, and we put it in.
Yes, we just
That's
turned
good to
out we had to
hear.
put it inside. Yes, it's pretty comforting, but the doctor laid down the law. He said Ed really can't afford to keep the heart
We're
in
not
the
gonna
box
operate on him anymore.
The issue is, he started developing a tiny second heart inside of his chest. So
No!
They couldn't actually put it back in, so he has to keep it in the box. He has to avoid any unnecessary stress that could put strain on his new weak baby little heart.
Oh, my little weak baby heart.
It was making sounds.
Yeah, it's going like.
Guess that means we better not give him too much trouble.
You mean you'd better not? You mean you'd better not, but yeah, that's what I figured too. So how about you? Have there been any developments?
Nothing too exciting, but there is something I need you to check in.
What is it?
I need you to check out someone connected to Rex Foster.
What? Smaller voice that lives in my throat all
Lives in-
at the same time.
I think that was when
Yeah,
you were trying to
yeah.
do the Betty thing, and I had to like
Yeah.
like
the
mute
echo.
her
Yeah.
fucking
The memory of her talking.
that we don't have because we weren't there.
He may have disappeared off the grid after 1967.
Jack Green, 1967. Got it. I'll see what I can dig up. Especially when Expect an especially special call when I find something.
Good, I want it to be really special. Well, I didn't say goodbye. Okay. Shit, man. Okay. It looks like I'm gonna be at a loose end till Rachel gets back to me about Jack Green. Hang on. I just remembered I need to return Sydney's record to him.
How long have you had that?
A day.
Okay.
They gave it to me last night.
Sydney. I was thinking of Frank.
Yeah, we still have Frank's recording thing.
When are you gonna give it back? Back in my day,
Back in my game, Joe Biden gave me this record player back.
It doesn't make me
In
like 3 days.
1945, when he was 74 years old.
I told him, Joe, you gotta quit.
Damn, the Joe Biden old jokes don't hit as hard anymore now that he isn't running for president anymore. Shit. They still hit, but
Yeah, it's like when the Queen died.
yeah. During the day that we
Yeah.
started streaming.
She was watching our stream and was laughing so hard.
Then she just clocked
This is
out.
so good. She said,
That we're
this is,
blamed for it.
this is peak content.
Yeah.
I will never experience better content.
No, it's a British
no,
laugh song.
Sydney, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Mr. Hyde. I forgot that I did this voice. Thanks again for last night. It was a refreshing change of pace. I enjoyed myself too. I think last night's gonna be a Christmas Eve I'll be sure to remember. Yeah, you and me both. Yeah.
Would you care for anything to eat? No, I'm good.
I just came to return that record you loaned me.
He borrowed his voice for a second.
Yeah.
No, I'm good.
Let me take that from you.
Oh, wait, no. Don't give him that.
I hand Sydney back his record. Thanks for that.
Did you listen to it?
Yeah, I took it home and listened to it all night.
That's so.
Is it one song?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not the kind of thing I usually
but it's
listen
an
to.
instrumental.
But the song's nostalgic to me. Thanks to your record, I had a bit of a sentimental moment alone in my room. It does you good to come out of yourself from time to time. Yeah, I think it does.
What? I thought this was new.
Actually, Mr. Hyde, there was something I wanted to talk to you about.
Yeah?
Actually.
Never mind.
What is it? Just come out and say it.
Wanted to ask for your help with something.
I wanted to film you about something.
About Claire.
Has something happened to her?
She's been acting funny ever since she got home last night. She hasn't said a word to me all morning.
She's been sleeping.
However many times I ask her, she won't say a thing.
She just
She's
keeps
asleep.
on sleeping.
I'm at the end of my tether.
So what do you want me to do?
We need to wake her
I
up.
want you to find out what the problem is. Would you mind speaking to her on my behalf? Sometimes when I look at her, all I see is a naive young girl.
All I see is a girl with her eyes closed.
And she doesn't see me because her eyes are closed. If you agree to speak to her, you'll find her cleaning the billiards room.
Find her sleeping in a bed.
I don't count on you, Mr. Hyde. Oh, he's making like the
Yeah.
thing. Counting on you.
Stupid joke, but
Okay.
I couldn't help myself.
Why is Kyle going so slow?
Because you're
right
putting
now?
it right next to him.
Oh, okay. I thought he was just like he was a little
because
overweight.
you did that.
Whoa!
Oh, God.
Don't
That's
look at me like that.
horrifying. Yeah, go
I
to
gotta
the bathroom.
go to the bathroom really slowly. He walks in, it's like, whoa.
So this is the
And he walks really slowly, says the same thing he does every time.
I don't come in here all that often, but whenever I do, it's clean as can be.
Alright.
And then leaves.
Oh, no, you're right.
Have we done this every episode that we can?
I think so.
Alright, creepy Claire, don't look at me like that.
Claire,
I'm sorry, but I'm busy with the cleaning at the moment with this billiard stick.
I'm cleaning the billiard
Oh
stick.
dear.
Okay. First save state of the day.
Claire. Claire, are you still worried about your dad?
So this is what bathrooms. Yes, I am. You remember what we talked about day before Christmas Eve? Did you get around to asking him about it? Did you find out there's someone special in his life?
I never got round to asking him outright. But I kinda got an impression from the way he was acting.
So what are you trying to tell me? So what you're trying to tell me is you didn't ask, right? I'm not interested in maybes, I need to know for sure.
Claire?
After all, this could be the last chance.
The last window?
I knew it. I just knew it. I had a feeling all along he wouldn't keep his promise. He gave it to you to listen to all night.
He wouldn't keep his promise, and it's the record.
The last chance for what, Claire?
The last chance for him and Mom to get back together. If Dad doesn't step in and do something right away, it'll be too late. Mom's gonna move to Boston. That's what I mean when I say it's the last chance.
So you're holding out hope for your folks to give it a second try, is that it?
That's right. I want them to get back together more than anything. I've been wishing for it for ages now.
I see.
That's where I was last night, Mr. Hyde, with Mom. That's when she told me about her plans to leave for Boston. I asked her straight if she'd give Dad a second chance to try and start over, but this is how she responded. She said she still loved him even now, but that she couldn't return to Lucky's Cafe. Sure, it has good memories for her, but also has some bad ones too. He had some real strange political takes, Mr. Hyde. She was scared
Real
that returning
strange.
here would bring the bad political takes back, and she couldn't stand it.
What kind of bad memories?
Memories about Dad's loans. Told me all about it. After they fell out, business started to decline at the cafe. Mom hated the idea of borrowing money off a certain person, but Dad did it anyway. That's what eventually led to them breaking up.
Claire, what promise was that?
It was one Dad made after Mom left.
What did he promise?
He promised something on the first Christmas without Mom. It was a sad Christmas for me. Dad was busy at the cafe and I was all alone. I waited up till he'd finished work and returned home. He was a little drunk when he got there, though. Still, when he saw me, he pulled me into a hug and said that we would find happiness. Just two of us. He promised that we'd be happier than we'd ever been before.
Happier than you'd ever been, huh?
He forced himself into a smile at the time, but I knew the truth. I could see past his smile into the tears that fell from his eyes. I knew that Mom was leaving, and that was the hardest thing he'd ever had to deal with in his life. That's why I promised him something too that night. I promised that I'd also look for a way for us to be happy.
And that's why you started to think of them getting back together, right?
Right, that's all I've thought about since. But I don't know what Dad's thinking anymore.
Who was the person he borrowed from?
It was Mrs. Patrice.
Bum, bum, bum.
Thanks.
That's what I heard. He got the money he needed from her. Mom's never been able to forgive him for that.
Because he borrowed money.
And you knew about this?
No, I had no idea. I'd never heard about it till last night. This is the last thing Mom told me last night. She said Dad hadn't repaid all the money he borrowed. Who was I trying to kid? Dreaming that Mom and Dad would get back together and we'd all live happily ever after like a couple of June bugs or whatever. I'm sorry, Mr. Hyde. I certainly let my imagination and my southern accent get the better of me, didn't I?
Too much about the June bug factor.
I should have known it was never gonna happen. Like one June bug in summer. Even though June is in summer.
Yeah. One June bug in summer.
The concept of one June bug in summer happening.
Yeah.
is
Only one the entire summer.
I was too stupid to even think it could.
Claire, as we get older, we learn to become more accepting of each other's shortcomings.
Everyone's a little cringe.
Did you just sneeze during my stream back there?
Yeah. I'm sure your folks are no different either. So if they really still love each other enough to put that ordeal in the past, who's to say that your dream won't come true after all?
My dream?
It's all down to how much affection they still have for each other. I'll tell you what your dad told me last night. I'll tell you just how much your dad still loves your mommy.
Mr. Hyde.
You take everything too much to heart, Claire. You're kinda cringe. But But sooner or later, both of them are gonna sit up and notice how you're feeling. When that happens, they'll finally be able to answer each other's questions. That's why the best thing you can do is keep that smile on your face and keep sighing. Stop sighing, actually.
Oh, okay, you're right, Mr. Hyde. I need to look on the bright side.
I'm still curious, though. Sydney's debt. How much debt is he in?
Oh yeah, she got uncreepypasta.
He's $1,000 in debt, the amount that he gave you.
Yeah, but we just gave that money to Tony, so we can't.
He borrowed money from her so that he could give it to some random person,
Yeah.
and then you could give it to another random person.
So it's all gone.
And then he uses it to pay the landlord.
Thanks a million, Mr. Hyde. I feel much better now.
No. Alright, I'm gonna go talk to you.
I'm a word with you.
Sydney. How'd it go, Mr. Hyde? Did you manage to find out what's been troubling Claire? I asked her, alright, but she's got some serious worries on her mind. She's worried about love. What? I figured it might be something like that. Should have known something was up when she left at that hour last night. So what's going on? Is she hooked up with some guy? Is he treating you badly? Oh. Whoa, hold on there, Sydney. Let's not jump to conclusions.
I'll
just-
frick him up.
You just told me she's having problems with her love life. That's what you said, wasn't it? Not really, no.
You're gaslighting what I said.
It's got nothing to do with her love life. She's worried about her mom and you. Her mom and me? It was her mom she met up with last night. You know what she's hoping? She's hoping that you and your mom... you and...
Oh,
no, back that train up. Sorry. She's hoping that you and her mom will give it another try. That's what it's all about. Also, there's something I need to ask you. What is it? You're in debt, right? How much are you in debt for? What's happening with the loan from Max? How on earth did you find out about that, Mr. Hyde? Claire let me in on it, and it was her mom who told her. I see. It all goes back to when we needed money to get this place up and running. Mrs. Patrice was kind enough to give us what we needed.
have you not
It
made a
all
profit?
stems from me knowing her late husband. I've been paying in installments each month. In half a year, my debt'll be settled. She said she has too many bad memories to do with money troubles. For her, it's a very real reason not to give you a second chance to get back together. So that's the root of it. She still doubts me.
Doubts that you can pay it off in 6 more months? That's not that bad at all.
Kyle can't keep it all straight.
She's hoping your mom will stop cracking safes. She's doing what?
Christmas in June.
Yeah, and then she died 25 years ago, leaving me alone. How'd you know Mags' husband? He was a customer in the restaurant here when this place was still a hotel. I would wait on his table a lot. I used to work there when I was younger, you see. Anyway, George Patrice, or Mrs. Patrice's husband, as I should call him, was a regular.
Oh, I just realized Patrice is her last name.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Margaret Patrice, yeah.
Patrice is her first name.
That's what I don't know, my brain was doing that.
And she also cracks safes.
Yeah.
Very partial to cheesecake, as I recall.
What kind of man was he?
He was really partial to cheesecake. I remember him telling me that he used to play the sax in his youth.
Is that the guy in my poster? Is that Neil Patrick Harris? At
No,
the time
it's
when
not
I knew
Patrick
him,
Harris.
He was the owner of several eateries around town. To sum up, he wasn't afraid to spread his money around. All the waiters jostled for the right to wait on his table. Of course, all they were after were the tips he'd offer them and nothing more.
Whenever he walked in the room, everybody clapped.
And everyone got money. He'd always be around when the hotel was having an evening event. In particular, he always came to the parties they called Scarlet Star.
What connection could this have to the thing I'm looking for?
I mean, it's pretty obvious, Kyle.
What does Claire's mom down about you?
I think that there's something between me and Mrs. Patrice.
She does?
It was just something my wife was worried about. See, when Mrs. Patrice was standing trial, I believed that she was innocent. Standing trial for what? My wife was convinced she was guilty. And from that point, she was sure that Mrs. Patrice and I had something going on. Meaning that when I borrowed the money, she refused to forgive me for what I'd done. That's a really fucking weird thing to be mad about. Just knowing the small details so far. Like, what the hell? You defended someone, fucker.
Was there any truth to it? You and Mrs. Patrice, I mean? Or was it simply all a huge misunderstanding on Claire's mom's part?
Of course it was just a misunderstanding. I only had eyes for her. There was never anything between me and Mrs. Patrice.
There were parties called Scarlet Star.
Yes, there were. Every month, Hotel Cape West would hold a party on a date with the number 6 in it. Those parties would be called Scarlet Star. And tomorrow is the 26th, in-game.
How did they earn that name, though?
I couldn't tell you. I haven't got the faintest idea, I'm afraid. Other parties that were held there had similar names like Gold Star or Silver Star. Those were held on dates with the numbers 3 or 9.
So like the 63rd. You guys better not defend anyone anymore. Now I know I can take it personal.
What kind of parties were they?
Just run-of-the-mill affairs, really. You know, the type with food and drinks and a live band and dance floor.
Murder sometimes.
Murder, just a little bit. I was there on a number of occasions. They were all pretty similar.
So there's no difference between the red, scarlet, and gold.
Yeah.
Red, scarlet. I mean the scarlet.
Scarlet,
gold,
silver, and yeah.
Sydney, when did Meg...
Probably there's like different dealings that went on. Maybe it was all like a front to like move money or drunks. Don't ever do that ever again.
I stuck my pocket through the bottom of my shorts with my hand in it.
Yeah.
And I wiggled it.
Yeah. I don't want him to do that. It looks like a tongue.
Like a green,
like a big ass
green tongue. My green pocket.
It's because it has like a little like divot in the center.
Yeah, like your tongue. There's this part that a ridge that
This
sticks
Patreon exclusive content is you getting to see the pants tongue, the short tongue.
Sydney, when did Mag stand trial?
Well, let's just forget about that, shall we?
Oh, no, you're not getting away with this.
I feel like it was a bad one.
I gotta.
Sydney? Tell me about it!
Just really angrily.
So you can't tell me, huh?
Not really.
Well, I can't beat it out of you, but I can ask you nicely. Will you tell me, please?
I'm gonna beat you softly.
Yeah, I suppose I could. that was really easy.
Okay.
Okay. Seeing as it's you I'm talking to, you had to promise to keep it to yourself, mind you.
I will not do that.
13 years
I'm gonna
ago.
tell the next person I meet, even if it's Rex Faster.
Yeah. Rex Faster is like standing right next to him with like his arms crossed.
Hey.
Mrs. Patrice was a suspect in a certain incident. The jury returned a verdict of innocent, though, and she was freed.
What kind of incident was it?
She was suspected of killing her husband.
What the hell? He was a suspect in her murder case?
She was indeed.
Sydney, why was her husband?
Mr. Hyde. I got nothing more to say on that matter.
But what if I went and then said, can you ask me nicely, please?
We leave it there, please. The verdict was innocent, and that's all that counts. I really don't want to talk about it anymore.
I understand.
Not even gonna try and blame you this time.
I just need to make sure. Will you keep this discussion between us, won't you? I really don't want anything I said about Mrs. Patrice to get out. I only told you because I trust you.
Yep, hear you loud and clear. Mags, did you kill your husband? Sydney told me.
And we understand each other. The last thing I want is to cause any trouble for Mrs. Patrice.
She is getting like bombs delivered to her door or something.
Now, was that everything you wanted to ask me about, Mr. Hyde? I do have a cafe to run, you know.
No customers.
Actually,
but
there
still
is
halfway.
something else.
What do you want to know?
Do you still love your wife?
What?
I want to hear how you really feel about her.
What was Vom Shield?
Well, was that an entire, like, one of those red sections? You just needed one question. I love her. There's no denying it. I just haven't got the confidence to tell her.
To tell her you love her?
Not exactly. To tell her that I wanted us to give it another try. You understand what I'm saying, don't you, Mr. Hyde? Even when two people really love each other, it doesn't guarantee it'll work out. The real reason we separated was to do with me. When I think about how it happened now, I can see exactly why she walked out.
I did have
He
some
became like a different art style.
I did have some pretty fringe political beliefs.
If only I could have seen things the way I see them now. I tried to console
Alright.
myself by making her the villain and branding her as heartless. The truth is, I was a fool. The worst thing is that it took losing my wife for me to notice how she was feeling. That's why I'm afraid. I'm afraid that if we did get back together, I'd do the same thing over again.
I'm sure she's thinking along the exact same lines, though. You may feel unsettled, but you clearly want to have another shot at happiness.
Mr. Hyde,
Claire told me about the promise you made her.
she did?
She told me about the first Christmas you spent without your wife. And then you told her that you'd find happiness again together. She's been thinking about that ever since. Well, her idea of happiness is having her family back and all living together.
Mr. Hyde,
It's not my place to dictate to you how your family should be, but I'll tell you this for free. There aren't many families that can get back together. Most of them who've tried failed. You're gonna fail.
ain't that a fact?
A sad but true one.
Especially if you have weird political beliefs like that. We should get rid of all dollar bills and only use coins.
That is a weird political
very
belief.
fringe political belief.
It's instead of like left or right, he's like up.
Yeah.
He's very far up.
Yeah. Well, actually, I'm weighing you down with the coins.
Yeah. Very far down.
Far down.
Okay, I need to be somewhere. I'm not interested in this shit
She's an
anymore.
alt downer.
Yeah, alt downer. A Debbie Downer, dude.
What are some other fringe downer political beliefs?
I believe that all peanut butter should be replaced with jelly and vice versa. All of them should be cleaned out and replaced with the other thing.
Good God.
Jelly should be put in jars and peanut butter should be put in that squishy squashable
I
thing.
just think we should use the OU instead of the O for like color and flavor.
Yeah. But then we shouldn't do the R in front of the E like the other European
The
beliefs.
other European.
The other.
You said that there is a person who always attended the Scarlet Star parties.
We shouldn't move the letters around, but we should pronounce it like that.
I think I need to find out a little more about that person.
The ones on the up side have the exact opposite opinion.
I'm a little 4D in my politics. 4 down.
Hey,
I can say I'm down with the sickness.
ding dong.
Sick with the downness.
Hello there, Mr. Hyde.
She has evil shade.
Yeah.
Mrs. Patrice, you wouldn't by any chance have any free time at the moment, would you?
Literally, the next thing we're supposed to do is go tell her immediately. As a matter of fact, I would.
There's something I'd like to ask you.
And what might that be?
That's the first time that's happened.
I'd like to hear about your court case. I'd like to hear about your husband.
Let's talk about the husband.
I'd like to hear about your husband.
What you want to know about him?
When we last spoke, you told me a little about your life.
Oh, that's clever. That's clever. So he's not actually... Okay.
You said he enjoyed jazz music, and he even used to play the saxophone. Did he look like Neil Patrick Harris, and was Neil Patrick Harris by any chance?
That's right.
He was not Patrick Harris.
I must confess, I'm into jazz music too. I often listen to it in my room. The best kind of jazz always features a saxophone, don't you think?
I have proof of precedent for this conversation. Brings the poster down.
Yeah.
Look at it.
I'm not bringing this up because Sydney told me everything.
Yeah. Well, if you say so. So once I heard that your late husband played it, I instantly became interested. Would you be so kind as to tell me a little more about him?
I would actually be mad at Kyle in real life if he just went directly to whoever I was just gossiping about. Yeah, well, yeah. Obviously, yeah, he's a piece of shit for that, but that's because he's an interesting character. He just wants to know. He wants to snoop.
He wants to know everything. Yeah.
He's a snooper. Why, certainly, since you asked so nicely. Please come inside. There's a bomb in here. I want you to disarm it.
Please.
Please,
While
please,
you're
please. While you're here, can you disarm? We got 3 minutes. What's this on the table? Like a...
To add a little challenge, I've spray painted each wire a different color than it originally
to
was.
add a little challenge.
But some of them I kept
This
the
is
same.
a vase made of white ceramic. It's painted with an elegant floral design. And I think everything in this room has some kind of flowery pattern on it. I guess that's just what Mags is into. Photos in this small frame appear to be of wheat fields. This little photo frame has photos of forests in it.
Little photo frames, photos of forests.
Photos of forest. Oh god, there's a fucking Osterzone painting on the fucking wall. Jesus.
That's desired.
Osterzone. Your hair is looking very green today, Mags. Oh, now it's looking white again. Mrs. Patrice, your husband paid the plate.
He paid to play.
Your husband played the tenor saxophone, didn't he?
No, we played the 11er.
Yes. No, he didn't. Yes, that's right.
When did he start? As a pro, I mean.
He was already part of an established band at the age of 20.
So he must have studied how to play it somewhere. Do you know where?
He told me that he taught himself how to play. And that he was into jazz from the moment he was born.
That
Came
was
out
the
jazz.
newborn music that they
Yeah.
played for him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What kind of person was he?
Is that one of our songs?
No, that's one of
Oh,
that's
okay.
the song that plays in Kyle's room.
What was one of our jazz songs? From,
I don't
Sims
remember any of our jazz songs. Dude, imagine you come out of the womb and straight away.
Cries louder.
God
Wait,
damn it!
He starts crying like.
Dude, it's awful. These qualities guaranteed him a hit with the ladies, such as me.
For the 2 viewers who are watching who are confused, go back and watch our other stream with 2 views, the Sims DJ stream.
That one actually did get some nice views.
It
Not as
deserved-
much as Nickelodeon fucking racing.
Garbage to
Yeah.
your eyes racing. Go watch the good streams, please. Everyone. Anyone watching, go watch the
Everyone.
good ones.
Well, you're watching one of the good ones right now.
Yeah, this is good. This is good one. Custom Robo until we got
Zapper, we got Scalar, we got Vex, we got them all.
all the games you've never heard of.
Yeah. That's the ones that they I guess like the most well-known games we played is the SpongeBob games, right?
I guess so. Yeah, The Sims, SpongeBob, but even The Sims are the ones.
Yeah,
that
the
know.
ones that no one cares about.
Yeah,
So
I guess Custom Robo.
I
is
literally
more...
think Battle for Bikini Bottom is the game that
Oh yeah,
most people care
Yeah.
about. I guess Pikmin 2 as well.
yeah. Well,
But we didn't finish that. So
It also wasn't Pikmin 2. It was,
yeah, it was Pikmin 2 Regrown.
which no one's heard of because it's a fan game.
Dude, you are living on the fucking edge.
Living on
Look
the
at that.
corner. Look at that stream. Look at that.
Look at it.
I put my can diagonally.
I put my can back and forth. I put my can back and forth.
When he throw in the towel and stop playing?
I'm sorry.
Well, he went on to run several eateries around town, didn't he? And he was a regular guest at the hotel restaurant here.
Yeah,
Okay,
no,
Kyle.
too many facts, Kyle.
Kyle.
Who told you that, Mr. Hyde?
I looked it up.
I looked up where he ate. Kyle.
Kyle.
I looked it up. I found out all about him from an old newspaper article I got from the library.
May I see it?
I was right there. It was right. I was there with him. It was right there alongside one about your court case.
It seems like you've gone to great lengths to investigate me, Mr. Hyde.
Doesn't it? Tell me.
Why is it that you've been investigating me?
I told you, I'm interested. I want to date you. I want to date you. I want to date you. I'm keen to learn more about the kind of stuff your late husband played, and that's why I needed to know about your court case. Not to mention about you, seeing as you're a widow just like my mom.
I see.
I used to be your husband's dad, but I left when he was a kid, and then I became a safecracker.
And then I became younger than him.
Then I became younger than him, somehow. You know everything, it would seem. Ha, ha, ha.
Mrs. Patrice. What's so funny?
You tell me when I want to.
What's so funny?
I just had to laugh. I had things in my past that I would be happy never to share with anyone. And I was planning on keeping it that way until we'd all gone our separate ways. As the day we all leave draws ever closer, you choose now to suddenly develop an interest in my past. I just found that very amusing.
Mrs. Patrice.
Just fell asleep.
I'll answer your questions. I was suspected of murdering my husband. That was 13 years ago. When he and I were living together, our house was burgled one day. Burgled, I tell you. That burglar struck me and knocked me unconscious.
Just like this.
Yeah. When I awoke, my husband's body was laying lifeless beside me. In my right hand, I was clutching the gun that was used to kill him. I was framed by somebody. The evidence was more than sufficient for them to hold me as a suspect. But it seemed that fate smiled on me that day, as I was declared innocent.
Fate smiled after it frowned.
Did they catch the word? They get the tur?
Was the real culprit caught?
No, they never found him. And though I was declared innocent, people will always remember the accusations. Mud sticks, or whatever the saying is.
Shit. It's actually
Shit's
shit
on
sticks.
the wall, or something. What you said about my late husband is quite true, Mr. Hyde. He was a regular face at this place when it was a hotel. On the day I was acquitted, I took control of the money my husband left to me and purchased a hotel. I wanted to own the place he held so dear when he was alive. And that, Mr. Hyde, is all this lonely widow can tell you.
Huh?
That appears to be the phone.
I better go press the phone
Would
button.
you mind waiting here for me, Mr. Hyde? I gotta go press the phone button. Dude, you
Red
just gave him the
Crown.
perfect opportunity to snoop your room.
Guess I better stay here until she's done.
And then he starts like moving around his
Yeah.
little fingies like,
Nom nom nom.
You
Now I
know,
think of
a
it.
little bit.
I'm sure there's a photo of her husband around here.
I mean, there's like 4 right there.
Let's go snooping.
It's Rex Foster.
he hits up every woman.
Young photograph.
The young photograph is of 2 women based on their clothes.
They must be dancers. This is a pretty old picture.
I think the one on the right is Mags.
Yeah.
This picture has the signatures of George and Margaret on it.
Yeah, he was a Guido.
This must be a picture of Mags when she was younger.
Such a Kyle's such a little weasel man, just slithering around.
Snoop
Crack.
Kraken.
It's just like his dad.
Just like his dad.
He's wearing a very uniquely designed necklace.
Dude, he looks like Lalo Salamanca. The dad. Only Luna will get that one, not you. That's not for you.
This is a photograph in a frame. The photo is of a cheerful young woman. Wonderful.
Oh shit, it is Neil Patrick Harris.
There's a man playing an 11er saxophone in this picture. This must be George Patrice.
He's more of a beaver, I guess.
I like building dams with all this stuff I saved on.
Me opening up Kyle's entire inventory and making a dam out of it.
That's how he keeps it all packed together.
Yeah.
The door to the room opens and Mags walks in.
And she says, damn.
One of my favorite things about, like, some people have pet beavers in their home. They're,
really?
like, domesticated. And, they'll, like, gather things and they'll, like, dam up. They have, like, a natural instinct get a bunch of plushies and they'll try and dam up the hallway with the plushies. It's so cute.
Yeah.
But also seems like it would be really fucking inconvenient, so I don't want a beaver.
Man. I guess if you have a shitload of money, enough to have a beaver in the first place,
Yeah.
you could have like a water feature, probably like in the middle,
Yeah.
like a middle of your house outdoor type of thing.
Sorry to have kept you waiting, Mr. Hyde. It's no problem. I took the liberty of looking at the pictures I was snooping while you were in there.
Oh, know something.
It's the cutest thing I've ever wanted to not experience.
Yeah, that's very true.
That picture hanging on the wall with the two women. Women.
He just keeps saying it.
He's one of them women. You're absolutely right.
Those are women.
Can you tell though, Mr. Hyde? Tell which one of them is me? I think you're the one on the right.
You're the one on the right.
The Death Shipper. I am the one on the left. Get out.
What if you said the one on the left? She's like, well, from
done.
our perspective, I was on the left.
Yeah.
It was the woman in the shot with you.
He was a dear friend of mine. A fellow dancer.
A dancer?
Yes, it may be hard to believe now, but I was once a
Her
dancer.
name was Jeannie Hyde.
When was the picture of you and your husband taken?
Right after we were married. That necklace you see still gets worn today. It was a present from my late husband. It's one of a kind.
That's an impressive item, that's for sure.
I love this picture of us more than any of the others I have. I'm sure your mother has one of her own that she values above the rest, too.
As Max utters those words, I think to myself, Mom doesn't have a single picture of her and Dad. Not one. What the fuck?
Cringe.
What's wrong?
My heart, it's in a
My
box.
head, it hurts. I just put my heart in a box, because the guy on the phone told me to.
Hey,
Oh, I got
some good
I
advice
got
for
good
you.
advice for you. How about you put your heart in a box?
He's
still in
calling up random people.
He's still in the hospital.
He's putting in every number. He opened up the phone book and is like, who could I get to do this?
I'm gonna call everyone in America Water. I'm really fucking bored here. By the way,
Hey, I got some advice for
why
you.
don't you mail me a little bit of your hair so I can nibble on it a little bit?
Just wants every
This fucking psychopath.
you.
Nonsense.
Are you okay?
Death and a new path for him to be. Shadow path.
Oh shit. Oh god. So, I'm sorry. Oh, sorry that I'm laughing so hard. I sometimes get like this. It's my reminder of the events that took place during that awful time 13 years ago.
Better rest. I'll leave you in peace.
In a hospital from laughing too
I'm
hard.
in the hospital. If I'm laughing too hard, listen to all these people putting their hearts in boxes.
I tricked him. I
Not
really tricked
once.
him. I tricked him so good.
It's very kind of you. Before you go, Mr. Hyde, may I ask a favor? There's a bomb on the thing. Please keep what I told you today, because
Yeah, I'm real good at that.
I'm real good at doing
I
that.
won't tell Sydney about it. I swear.
It's just a chain of people saying,
It's a-
don't tell this to the
It's
person
a
that I
good
was
thing your eyes are
Oh
closed.
my god, Kyle.
I'm crossing my fingers so
Yeah,
hard right
well,
now.
look,
You can't
I am
see 'em.
gonna do that. He's just holding up his fingers crossed right in front of her.
Hey, do you ever hear that if you cross your fingers, you don't have to keep to your truth? Okay, time for me to
Time for me to get out of here.
Tell someone about it.
Indeed.
I leave. And she's left on the screen.
I leave Mag's room.
Who can I tell about this?
Is Rex faster?
Seems like she's had a somewhat colorful life. I hope the real villain of this story is Kyle.
The only reason I do this is because someone did it to me 13 years ago.
What?
That's why my heart's in a box to begin with.
Did you hear that Mag's husband got murdered?
Okay, who is this? I think this is gonna be the French guy.
Oh, okay. I thought it was Rex Faster.
I think it's gonna be the French guy. Oh god damn it. Dylan
It's
fucking
one of
posted up.
yours.
It's everyone's that's mine today.
Yeah.
Dylan?
Can I speaks to you?
What's it about?
No, but
You went to
can speak
Mrs.
to me.
Betray's room, didn't you? I want to know what you were talking about in there. I want you to tell me the secret that you said you weren't going to tell anyone about.
I heard that bit, but not the rest.
Yeah, that's right.
What did the two of you talk about in there?
We talked about not telling you stuff.
Okay, now we actually have to make Kyle fucking do the right thing.
We talked about leaving this place.
You see, the other
I
option was
see.
actually about her late hair that she cut off. So that was a
and then
write-off.
mailed to Ed to
Yeah.
chew on. You curious? No, not really.
No, that's boring.
That was just like a fucking liar check
Yeah,
to
yeah.
see if you were gonna be a good person or not. Anyway, I gotta be on my way.
That sounds boring.
Wow, that's fucking stupid,
That
dude.
sounds real boring, Mr. Hyde.
Dylan goes directly into Max's
Oh
room.
my god.
It's my pager.
I'm gonna kill her now.
I'm gonna head back to my room.
What were you just talking to Mr. Hyde about?
I'm really curious what happens if you fuck up either of the two instances of you spilling what you just talked about.
Well, he goes into the room right afterwards, so he'll probably be like, hey, you know what Kyle was just talking about? And she's like, what the fuck?
Kyle.
Death shiver.
But what is the end game? Is it like him saying, ah shit, I fucked up, and then it game overs, I guess? I don't
Yeah, probably right from there. Bum, bum.
I need to give Rachel a call.
I wanted to call someone Jerry was voicing, but...
Mm-hmm.
Red Crown, how may I help you?
It's Kyle.
I've got some information for you on Jack Green.
What did you find out?
I heard that
Well-
he's famous for Jack Green off. That was bad. Ignore that.
Kyle,
Ignore
I
it.
want you to hang up and call me again. We're gonna start
We're gonna redo this.
Red Crown, how may I help you? Oh yes, his name appeared in the 1967 obituaries. It said that Jack Green, a 30-year-old reporter, died in a car accident due to major internal complications and blood loss.
Another car accident.
A car accident. Did you see who he reported for?
I did. It was Los Angeles Beat, the same place as Rex Foster.
Bum, bum.
Are the two closely connected?
Yeah, they were. They spent 3 years working together in the editorial department.
Okay. Okay. Interesting.
And what's more interesting is when Rex Foster quit his job, he quit just 3 weeks after Jack Green's death. After that, things got really strange.
I like how Ed has such a presence in this episode, even though he didn't have any lines.
No
any
lines.
I don't want any lines in my room. I only want lemons.
With a little bit of hair in it.
Lemons, please.
Inside
He
the
starts, like,
unopened lemon.
He starts like bawling his eyes.
He clearly needs to be in a different kind of hospital. He's calling people he should not be calling. Telling them to do things that are not
They
okay.
all listen too. They're all like, okay, sure.
Whose fault is it really? It's their fault. That's right. I'm not the villain here.
He would say that. Whose fault is it
Whose fault
really?
is it really?
Oh shit. Things got really strange and he started calling people and telling them to put their heart in a box. Okay, we're talking about Rex Faster right now. Okay, we gotta get back on track.
In what way?
Turns out that Jack Green's final article was about the organized crime group Condor. The title was, unsurprisingly, The Truth Behind Condor.
So this is a running theme so that people that are like they're about to like find out what's going on, they get in a car accident. Because that's what happened with the guy who found the body,
Oh,
who was
no.
Marie's
Kyle,
brother.
Kyle, don't get it. Kyle, come get in the car real
You
quick.
go get in the car. Oh yeah, he's about to get in a car accident. Good thing Kyle doesn't fucking drive.
Yeah, or ride.
It was actually the first part of a series, but Green ended up dying, so only the first part was ever published. Isn't that interesting, Kyle?
I really need to get a closer look at that article, Rachel. Can you email it to me?
No, I don't
I
know what
don't
that is
know
yet.
what that is.
I don't know what that is yet. Understood.
But I'm looking here at my phone that I would have in 30 years, and I'm like, fucked up, bro. Ugh.
I'll see if I can get a hold of a copy for you.
We're losing it this episode. I'm counting on you.
Unraveling. There's something else that stood out too. It's about the area the accident happened in. The location was along Route 971. I knew there was something familiar about the place, so I looked it up.
Is it the exact same place that the brother died on?
It happened on the road between the Los Angeles Beat Company building and
Hotel Cape West. There seem to be lots of factors that suggest this was more than a coincidence.
You're right. Lastly, I've got a message for you from Ed. It's a little deranged, but I'll say it anyway.
You left me a message?
He said that there must be some kind of clue that connects the guest who attended the regular parties out at the hotel in Scarlet Star. That's all he told me.
I see.
I'll be in touch when I have more information. Bye.
People don't even say goodbye anymore. What the fuck is this world?
Kids
come
these
to?
days don't even say goodbye.
Jack Green died 13 years ago. He was writing an article about Condor. Also, the message I received from Ed, one about the connection between the Scarlet Star and the party guests.
And not the other one.
Now I think about it, Sydney said something too. He'd always be around when the hotel was having an evening event. In particular, he always came to the parties they called Scarlet Star. Every month, Hotel Cape West would hold a party on a date with the number 6 in it. Those parties would be called Scarlet Star.
MacGuffin events.
The guests who attended the Scarlet Star parties. That's it. Maybe that photo album I found on the 4th floor can shed some light.
Yeah, you can look for a guy who looks like whatever guy you said earlier. That the guy looked like. That George looked like. Oh, well, look at the Saxy poster real quick.
Yeah, the Saxy poster.
Sax photo.
Yeah,
that's
Neil
definitely
Patrick.
not him. Yeah, not Patrick. It's also not George. So.
Yeah. Not George Clooney.
The location was next to Ed's hospital he's currently staying at.
Yeah.
Need to find more about that picture.
Oh, he has
Take
it.
a look at that. Oh,
Yeah. Oops.
Good thing he took it, so he doesn't have to go to the 4th floor. It is.
I like how Dylan's just going around the place fishing for
Hey,
death shivers.
What were you talking? Yeah. That was.
You want to tell me something that'll get you kicked out of the hotel?
Or the apartment complex, even? It'll get you kicked out of a different hotel.
Yeah. Well, this used to be a hotel. You know that? Hotel Cape West?
It'll get you kicked out in the past before you even came here.
Oh. Now, what am I looking for in the...
You forgot. I don't think it's there. I don't think that's him in the top. That's Abraham Lincoln at the bottom. Oh, that is him.
Two men in tuxedos smiling at the
Oh,
camera.
no, it's not. It's just a waiter. Oh? No, it's a waiter.
I think there's something up with the waiter. Okay, never mind. It is Abraham Lincoln.
It is, yeah. Another one
It's like
stands
all the
out except for
presidents.
Abraham Lincoln.
Oh, hello there, red dress.
Oh, there's Max.
Yep.
I know that necklace. Of course.
Ooh, the disgust on
That's
it.
the necklace Mags always has hanging around her neck. Which means this woman, it's Mags Patrice.
That didn't really
Interesting.
reveal much. Not that big of a surprise. I thought I was gonna look
Well,
at the
I
other
think
pages.
up to this point we kind of assumed that she was just kind of like a distantly connected thing to this, but
Yeah.
she was going to the parties, so she
Yeah.
knows a lot more about this.
Mags is in the picture of the Scarlet Star party. Looks like she's just earned herself another chat with me.
And I'm gonna promise not to talk to anyone about it. I thought there was gonna be George on the other pages. Not that it would have really mattered though.
Huh?
Hey,
Bikini bottom. Means a lot. I don't know how
he's
to
like
pronounce
he's
that.
practicing for SpongeBob, which is going to be revealed in 20 years.
You do not know about it yet?
Looks like somebody didn't want to be seen, am I right?
It's still like a fragment of a thought in the mind of oh, I forget his name, the creator of SpongeBob.
Steven Hillenburg.
Yeah, him. Yeah.
It is nothing.
So you didn't hand back the spare key to 205 like you said you would, huh?
Oh, he just
That
came
is
out
right.
of 205.
I did not.
It didn't really show the room, so
What were you doing
say
in there,
vacant.
Charles?
That would be,
What's stalling? Spit it out. What's the matter? Did I catch you up to no good or something? Only I'm allowed to snoop in rooms. Anyway, get back inside.
We've got stuff to discuss.
Whoa.
What the fuck, Kyle?
And he goes back into it.
What?
Damn.
Okay. Get in there. That's fucked up, Kyle.
Oh, you were room snooping, huh?
I'm the only
Listen, there's only
Listen,
He's like holding him by the throat.
these rooms ain't big enough.
I'm the
for
only
two
one
of
allowed
us.
to do this. Charles, tell me, what were you up to in here?
I was... I cannot say.
This is like almost random that this is happening right now. Like it just came out, and then like Kyle like aggressively pushed him into the room.
He fully vomits him into the room.
His hand becomes
Yeah.
really big.
Now you listen here.
I had to use my synergy for this one.
Jesus Christ.
Why can't you tell
Hurry
me?
up to noon.
Because I don't want to. Besides, it has nothing to do with you.
Charles, you're not helping yourself, you know. You're acting really suspiciously. Now tell me. Tell me. What were you up to in here?
I cannot say.
Now you listen here. Were you up to no good?
No, it is not like that. Why are you accusing me when you have no proof of anything?
If you're innocent, then you'll have no problem telling me what you were doing.
I told you I do not want to. I am not interested in telling someone who branded me as guilty on a whim. I was Jack Green off. I am not feeling very well. Please let me leave it.
I guess we gotta investigate what he
Turn
was
around
doing.
and he's gone.
Mr. Hyde, what are you doing?
Oh.
Okay.
There's bottles on the floor.
You doing something with this typewriter?
Okay, so do I just have to not vom him?
I guess so, yeah. Nope. You gotta look around better. I guess.
Wait, did we fuck it up?
No.
Then what do we do?
I don't know. Click everything. Click the bottles. Nope. Exit?
It's no good.
What?
Cannot say.
What's he hiding? What's he Kyle hiding?
Just get to click everything, I guess.
Oh. Okay. I just had to fake that I was gonna leave and then I came back.
I'm sorry I doubted you.
Did he get red for a moment on the left?
No.
It looks like it.
That's okay. I should have been a little more controlled when you found me.
I just can't believe you were so keen to keep it a secret.
It's not that, it's just you scared the shit out of me. A little shaken up. I was doing something I didn't want other people to know about. So don't tell anyone. I'm embarrassed that you found me, Mr. Hyde.
I was Jack Green off. I'll admit it.
What don't you want other people to know?
I was sliding around on my high knee like a little puppy. I don't want them to know I'm working on a script in here.
Oh, the script for what?
This is a screenplay for a movie, actually. I plan to enter it into a screenplay competition.
A screenplay? And you're writing it in here? Why can't you do it in your own room?
Don't ask me that. I come in here to do it because I want to make it more authentic.
More authentic.
No, authentic. There's only a couple of days until I have to submit it. Please, Mr. Hyde, my room is too distracting with all the dead bodies in there. Dead bodies of people pretend died in motor vehicle accidents.
I didn't motor vehicle accident though.
Let me continue to use this room until then. Don't tell Mrs. Patrice. Mr. Hyde,
I think I'm gonna do that.
this is my one big chance.
Chance for what?
The grand prize is $1,000.
Oh, I already won that.
Unless you have check for $1,000.
He gives out another check. He's been like photocopying them so he can give out many checks of $1,000 to solve every problem.
Yeah.
What do you mean by more authentic?
Billy left his old typewriter in this room, and I am writing my screenplay on that. It is the key to making me look like a pro to the people who check the entries.
Are you serious? Could you possibly make any less sense if you tried?
The typewriter Billy left in the room. It is not standard one, it is very special. He is now a top Hollywood screenwriter, but when he started out, he used this very typewriter. There's something very special about it, like it has some sort of power. That is why I'm using to write my screenplay on. It makes the T a little tiny bit higher, which affects the psychology of that him.
The psychology.
Whoever reading it is entranced. I am sure it's going to guarantee my screenplay will be successful.
If it's the typewriter that's so special, can't you just take it to your own room?
Well, it may be the room itself as well, to amplify power. No, I must write it in this room.
What made you believe in all this superstitious stuff?
That doesn't matter. What does matter is I do believe and I must finish. You see, there is a powerful artifact called Scarlet Star, and I have it. I've had it the whole time.
I have it.
I've had it the whole time.
Betty gave it to me. But she was saying she was going to give it to you.
She said I had an antagonal energy about it.
In order to power this typewriter, I need to put my heart into it
There's a
first.
little box in the center.
Yeah, it all connects.
Someone told me on the phone.
You know you can get a good screenplay with it. Take your heart
You
out.
gotta put your whole heart into it. Heart and soul
And you
into
know
it.
what I'm saying is you gotta take your heart out and you gotta put it in the box and you gotta put it
You
in
gotta
the
literally put your heart into it. Literally.
little bit. Why is this your one big chance?
Because if the screenplay doesn't make me successful, I'm going to have to kill myself. Leaves my university and return to France. And
Is
France
that so?
Yes, and France fucking sucks ass, and I do not want to go back. I made a promise to my grandfather. If I can't make a name for myself during my year here, I have to return home. Then I have to take over the family business.
The family business.
Of murdering people and making it look like motor
Well,
vehicle accidents.
I'm just surprised that someone of your class is living in a place like this. It's unexpected, that's all. Maybe you make $6 like me. Did you choose this place so you could study how other people live their lives? Or were you just curious about something?
Neither. I searched for this place and decided I have to live here.
You did?
I wanted to use this building secret as a basis for my screenplay.
You mean what do you mean by secret, Charles?
Well, Mr. Hyde, just so you know, there was an incident here, right? You know back when it was a hotel?
Did everyone know about this but me? What kind of incident was it?
A
Oh
murder.
wow, a murder.
Yes, and poor people rent this place, so I wanted to get in the mind of the poor people like you, Mr. Hyde. When this place was still a hotel 13 years ago,
years ago.
somebody was murdered
Oh
here.
wow. So he knows about the murder of Kathy McGrath.
It was Kathy McGrath.
How come you know about that?
I heard the story from my grandfather before coming to study here. He visited LA on a number of occasions in the past on business. He even stayed here a few times.
My grandfather's name is Ed.
He knew on that final day of the building. What? He knew on that final day of the building functioning
Before
as
it
a hotel,
turned into a... Yeah.
somebody was killed. I was in awe of what he told me. When I came to LA, I investigated the place that was once the hotel and discovered that not only was it now an apartment building, but also that the murder case had never been solved.
Let me get this straight. You're basing your screenplay on the murder?
And that's the reason you chose to... That's fucking dark.
Precisely.
I see. Charles, as this means a lot to you and it's your big chance and all,
I'll let you murder me.
I'm gonna keep your coming in here a secret.
Not gonna tell anyone.
And I'm gonna...
You leaving? Dylan's like, hey, what were you doing in there?
He posts up.
What you doing?
Hey, Kyle, were you just in there with Charles? Were you guys talking about something?
Were you guys talking about any murders or something?
No.
Thank
Okay,
you,
and then he
Mr.
walks into the room.
I'm gonna go put my heart in a box.
Yeah.
That's what you told me to do.
Thank you, Mr. Hyde. I am sure this is going to become a wonderful story. The title,
I thought he said angel opening.
Angel opening a door to the
the
past.
title is Door to the Past. It's about a murder inside a closed-down hotel.
said clown hotel.
The murderer is a member of the hotel front desk staff. He conceals the evidence on the 4th floor of the hotel. I've been using
No.
Mr. White from room 306 as my basis for the kill.
Been using Dunning-Smith as the basis.
Yeah.
Something about him fits the profile of a killer, don't you think?
That's fucked up.
Foreshadowing, foreshadowing.
I'm sure he'd be thrilled to hear that.
I suppose I won't know unless I ask him. Did you do a murder?
Yeah, I do it.
13 years ago? Perhaps I can add you to the story too. You can be the protagonist. There's still room for an accomplice.
Don't even think about it.
Come on, it'll be fun. Besides, I know what you've been up to, Heil Kide, as I will name you in the story.
What?
As I will name you.
What does that mean?
I know that you sometimes go up and have a look around on the 4th floor. You're just like the bad guy in my story.
What?
Don't worry though. You're not the only person who likes looking around up there. I've been up there lots of times too.
What the hell for?
He's like, he's having his own fucking protagonal journey.
I started going up there a while back when I was looking for inspiration for my story. I took a Nate's camera with me and did some filming too. I caught something really interesting when I was up there.
Yeah, what did you tape?
I'm sure you'd like me to tell you, so I'll make you a deal. You tell me what you were looking for when you went up there. I'll show you the film.
You got yourself a deal. Now show me the film.
Oh, where are we gonna show the film at? In his room?
Maybe.
Well, where is his room at?
Oh, 305, bro. Don't
305.
you remember Roast 305?
I knew it.
No.
Absolutely livid.
Destroys.
I knew it.
He's like, oh, sorry, I went to the wrong floor. It's 205, 305, you know. Oh, God.
Look at this room.
Well, this is
Red on the
Charles's
wall.
room.
This is a horrible room. Horrifying. It's all one color except the red in some parts.
Yeah. The blood.
Hello, Theory.
Charles, show me the film you took on the 4th floor.
I will, but don't forget our promise. You have to tell me what you're looking for when you go there.
Same as you.
I don't understand.
I'm investigating an incident that happened here quite a while ago. That's why I've been spending time up on the 4th floor.
The incident you are talking about, Mr. Hyde. When did you find out about it?
I got wind of it not long ago. Just after I found out we'd all be leaving this place, I learned that something terrible happened here in the past. I mean, would you believe it? Just days before we'll all be out of here, I get caught up in an incident case I know nothing about.
Is
So
this
there you
pronounced
go.
on chance?
The reason why I've been going up to the 4th floor.
That's quite interesting, but there's one more thing I'd like to ask you.
Haven't got all day, you know, kid.
Why are you so keen on finding out such an old case? I mean, I am interested because I want to use it as basis for my story, but what about you, Mr. Hyde?
I've always been the kind of person who enjoys solving problems. Used to be a detective, after all.
You did? Are you really a detective?
Yeah, I was. Up until 4 years ago, anyway. I guess the reason I'm so keen on this case has something to do with my detective's instinct.
So now you're a detective salesman. This is perfect character for my story. I had no idea you were such an interesting character. If you don't mind, I'd like to hear more about your past next time.
Listen, kid, I don't care if you find me interesting or not. My past, nothing special. You should stick to the unsolved case that happened here instead. Now, show me the film you took, Charles.
Right away, Mr. Hyde.
I missed an opportunity to give him a German accent despite being French.
I am pretty sure this is where I left it. Do not snoop behind my back, Mr. Hyde. Looks back. Sorry about that. Well, here it is.
before he can twiddle his fingies
Yeah.
and start snooping.
He feels the vibrations of the fingies.
Yeah.
Here it is, it's film, just like I promised.
The fucking ruffled shirt he always wears.
What's the matter with ruffled feathers?
Not as
Received
long as
a
ruffled feathers.
Can you make out what's on it, Mr. Hyde? No, I
don't
gotta
even
put
know
it in the
what this
projector first.
He's just like
Oh, no,
trying to
okay,
read
actually
it.
can, okay.
Let's have a look. Looks like somebody's been calling on
I'm
camera.
touching it with my fingies.
Who was it? That's
And he's like leaving really visible fingerprints on everything.
and the looks of that watch they're wearing. It seems to be a man.
But I wonder who it could be. It's a shame this film doesn't show us their identity. What's be up there on the 4th floor so late at night anyway? I'd really like to know who they are and what they're doing.
You and me both, kid. Judging from their build and the kind of clothes they've got on, I'm sure it's a guy. What's with that fire door up there serving as a... What with that fire door up there serving as fairly good security? I'd have thought most people wouldn't be able to get in, but it looks like everyone's getting the fuck up there.
So, you think the person on this film is someone already living in this building?
Certainly a possibility.
You could be right. I've got it. I know a way we can learn the true identity of the person on this film. There's a way we can find out right away.
And how are you gonna do that? Magic?
No. Photographs. Help me get the characters right in my story. I took photos of the interior here. When I did that, I occasionally caught some of the tenants in the shots.
Time you showed me those photos, I think.
I have some developed ones right here. There is one still in the camera, though.
Not developed, huh? That's not gonna help us much. What if that's the crucial one?
Ha, fear not. We can develop it here.
You can do that?
Sure I can. I've got everything we need right here, and we can use it in the bathroom.
Go to bed.
We can use the bathroom and then do it.
Together.
There is one small problem, though. My red lamp is broken, and my bathroom is stinky from poopy I make early in the morning.
Stinky from Poopy.
Mr. Hyde, do you have anything we could use instead?
Something like your red lamp, huh? Not gonna be easy, but no harm in
Well,
having
I
a
do
look
have
around.
this scarlet star.
Yeah.
He's had it the whole fucking time. That bust.
Are
It's
you
like-
viewing my bust, Mr. Hyde?
Well, you got a red floor and red flowers.
Oh yeah, he's got some red around here. Can I use like this picture? No,
No.
not interactable.
No, you can't.
I have no idea how to help develop
Mr.
fucking
Hyde, what the
photographs.
fuck are you doing?
Charles keeps his crockery in the same place I do.
Crockery?
Denzel Crockery.
Too tiny. A lock on it for all the bodies.
Mm.
Maybe there's some blood in this fruit. Person ain't kinda tiny.
Mm.
Second is freaky
Pots and
frig.
pans, my man's pots and pans.
Horrifying music.
Where's he keep his toothpick?
He brushes his teeth in 205. Go up to the red, like, potted plant, I think. Or,
Okay.
yeah, whatever it was. Yeah, potted plant.
Gotta go fuck around. This.
No, put you back there.
Geometric pattern. Maybe if I rearrange it. Okay, never mind.
Probably shouldn't go around turning on other people's TV.
Is there something in your inventory?
Oh wait, we got some this.
Can't take the red thing?
Condom.
Yeah, I know. Can I like? Do
It's
I have
not-
the photo with me? Okay, yeah.
Oh,
How do I like use it?
can't.
God damn it.
Can't compare. What does compare?
I don't know. I need to go to our trusty guide for this one. We'll see.
What happened when you hit compare on the item?
I need to
Okay.
pick a different thing. Hasn't taught
You would think
me
maybe it
anything.
could teach you something useful, but
Jesus, this is a bright bathroom.
yeah. I'm right there.
Tons. He obviously develops photos in this room.
Brands with popular with young people these days.
What if there's red toilet paper in here?
The last sheet of toilet paper.
Why am I investigating Charles's bathtub? Truly beautiful.
Maybe if I punch you real hard, you'll
We gotta,
start
like, talk to him about what developing photos means to him.
Charles.
Please tell me you have, please, Mr. Hyde, you have to find something we can
us
to use. Make my lamp shine red. There's nothing we can use in here.
Okay.
Oh, nothing? Okay. Okay.
Make the lamp shine red.
There is only like 2 red things in here, and everything else is white.
a place on the 4th floor.
Hey, Mr. Hyde. What you doing? Tell me.
You want to tell me a secret?
Tell me a
You
secret.
want to tell me a little secret?
Tell me a secret about bags.
No secret that munch on?
Got any Sydney secrets I should worry about?
Okay, let's look at our little box of goodies.
Our 2 boxes. Our box and our brief.
The cramp.
Tuba glue.
Red. Red. What's this? A lock.
Twice as good
That's
as
not-
any lock.
What's this?
Also glue.
Okay. None of this is gonna help me, I think.
Wish I could afford one.
How about the bleach? Great. How about in this? This pen have red ink on it. Damn. Does this have red liquid in it? Okay.
Red crown.
Yeah.
I hate the drawing on it.
That's it.
Secret word.
Was there something behind that? Oh, never mind.
I want none of that. Something red.
In your closet.
Something
in
red,
my-
but not a crown.
Something red on the table. That's the
No.
answering machine. Looked more red in the overview.
Yeah.
Thing in here? This.
Pinky Rabbit.
It was quite the ordeal, he said.
Our audio has been killed, but it's actually perfectly fine. If you cross out the error, it goes away.
Yeah.
It's lower than the recommended amount.
I feel like that just means we lost 1, like, frame's worth of audio,
Yeah.
which doesn't matter.
What's this again? Oh, yeah, this.
Oh. What's that red thing over there? Oh, no, can't use it.
No, can't pick up that.
Zam.
That would be the one red thing that I can see.
I made my toilet red the other night.
God damn it.
What is our goal?
I'm checking that bottom right corner. Oh, wait. Go back to your kitchen.
Oh.
There you go.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, it's really obvious, too. I wonder.
Huh. Now this might work. Good thing I'm too lazy to put things in the trash.
And even then, I'm too lazy to take out the trash.
It's like metal
Take
now.
the red wrapping.
Alright.
Or to power this typewriter, I need to put my heart into it. We already read that. Like
We already
10
went and
minutes
did
ago.
a whole bit about that one.
That was just added.
Just added.
Added. And then the door's locked, it doesn't let you in.
Yeah.
I am tired of you, Mr. Hyde.
You should have had that before.
Stupid.
Can I just give it to him?
Show me what you found, Mr. Hyde.
Sure.
It's something you should
Red
not show.
wrapping. I figure you can throw this over the lamp.
A regular lamp. It'll probably burn it, though.
Well, what do you think?
It might work. If we do as you say, it should give us just the right light of night.
Light of night.
Let's give it a try. Please place this over the lamp.
Okie dokie.
Okay, which lamp? Fucking...
The lamp.
I assume it's the one in the bathroom? Or is it this lamp?
Bathroom lamp.
Yeah, fool.
See, let's do it on every lamp. Know what lamp we want to do. Those. This lamp.
Wrong lamp.
Wrong Larry.
Wrong Larry Einstein.
I assume it's the one in the fucking bathroom. Let's go to the bathroom.
Let's say bathroom.
Mr. Hyde, what are you doing in my bathroom?
There's the lamp. Well, I just clicked on it. It made it orange. Does that count? Oh, oh, it made him red.
That looks like it'll do the trick. Ugh. I'm gonna let Charles see my handiwork.
Okay, it looks like we're all set to get started.
It's like doomsday.
This will hide all the blood that is about to happen.
What?
What?
Now that we got the right kind of light, we can begin to develop the
The
photo.
vom stabs
Yeah.
you through the chest.
Straight on.
No! Charles, let me do it.
Sure if you like, but have you ever done this before?
Not even once.
Then maybe you should let somebody who knows what they are doing take care of it.
I don't know why the bathroom is suddenly metal and small now that the door is closed.
But then again, if you really want to oh, alright then. I suppose I could talk you through
You
it.
two have protagonal energy.
You have mini-game solving energy. You'll find the freshly printed film on the workbench next to the toilet. The toilet. Place it into the liquid film filled tray and move it around till the image appears. When you're happy the image is clear enough, remove it from the tray. It's very important you give the paper adequate time in the liquid, but not too much so. The timing for taking the photo out is critical. And if you fuck
Come
it
on,
up...
kid, it's not rocket science, is it?
Yes.
No, he's more red
oh
now.
yeah, what the hell?
Getting him fucking save state on this.
I can't fuck anything up.
He's
since
like
I
a
can save
permanent
state.
death shiver right now.
Death overtaker. Death shiver. I hardly know her. Hardly talk to her.
Oh no, don't fuck it up. Looks like Ed.
Okay.
Looks like
Looks like Frank. Yeah.
Looks like I'm a natural, and I'm even more red now. Nice to see you again, Frank.
It is Frank. Okay.
And frankly,
I just need to compare this photo to the film.
Did you get a clean image?
Why is he white and we're red?
Yeah, piece of cake. Maybe I should change my career.
Ah, very good, Miss Airhigh. While you were doing that one, I got some other photos. I did like 17 of them. Maybe you'd like to compare them.
Whoa.
There's Tony.
Oh, what?
There's Will. Those are our three men.
He did every other character we've ever met. In the
I guess
game.
we don't get a picture of Dylan. I guess he's not even.
Dolan.
And there's his watch. He also has a watch. Why does he look like that? Oh, it's the
Passed
color of the
out.
watch, I think. Okay, so we got 3 different watch designs. It's hard to tell. I think we're gonna have to do this in a cutscene.
How's it go? Did you manage to find out who the person on the film was?
Oh, that's what compare is for.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so it's not gonna be Tony. It's gonna be either Frank or Will. And I have a strong feeling it's probably Will and not Frank.
I'm gonna compare the photo with the 8mm film.
Oh my god, guys, really? Yeah, the watch. That is the exact same watch.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah.
ah, but the time is different.
Bingo. Hold on. There's a camera there with him. Maybe he caught something on film.
It's just Charles taking the picture.
Yeah.
That's the only picture he took is in that moment.
Yeah.
That settles it. The person on the film was none other than Will White.
What is this film from? Oh, the 4th floor.
Yeah. It's like someone secretly going up there.
Trying to figure out what the hell he was doing up there on the 4th floor.
Mr. Hyde, how did it go?
I know who the person in the film was. Turns out our mystery star was Will White.
Will Wheaton.
Will Whiten.
Really? Interesting. What do you think he was doing up there, though?
I'm afraid I haven't cracked that part yet. I haven't safe cracked it.
I haven't room snooped it.
Well, I would go and ask him, but,
I doubt he'd tell you, even if you asked nicely.
You're liking
I'll
that
get to the bottom
protagonal
of
aura
this.
about you.
Don't you worry.
okay, I'll leave it to you.
Guess I won't be needing this film anymore. Might as well return it.
Why don't you submit this to the screenwriting?
Thanks for showing me this, Charles. I gotta go.
Okay. I have to blow this place up anyway.
I gotta blow this popsicle stand. So it was Will, and there was a way. I think he and I had to have a frank Q&A session about Frank.
I think I will have a Q&A session.
Alright. What? He's in a room 3-0.
I think I will have a frank Q&A session.
Tony. Exactly. Will White is in 3-0 shack.
He was listening the whole time.
Yeah.
3-0 shack.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Ding dong. Nobody's home, huh? Huh? For room 305 opens.
Looks like Mr. White hasn't been home since yesterday.
Charles.
So did you think it would be bad?
What do you want about?
Sorry, I said it in French. Sure, I know you told me that you are looking into him and his activities, but does that mean you're just going to meet up and ask him a couple of questions? For someone who used to be a detective, I was hoping for a more exciting approach. Can't say I'm not disappointed.
Well, fuck you. How about that? If you got something to say, just go ahead and say it already.
Yes, I am glad you were fired from the detective. Okay, Mr. Hyde, I will. I believe I know far more about Mr. White and what he gets up to any more than you do. Why is that, you say? Well, that's because I have had my eye on him for a while now.
You mean you've been watching him?
Yes, keeping tabs on his movements. He's rarely home, but there's someone who visits room 306 on regular basis. And when he does come home, he goes out again very late at night. I am almost certain he's not a real salesman. You need to do a lot more than ask questions if you want to get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, and what did you have in mind? Torture?
Yes, very funny. I meant you should definitely take a room snoop in his room when he is out. That might be a good chance to do so.
Don't fancy yourself as a bit of detective yourself, do you?
Not quite, but just a bit of room snooping. 2 sets of eyes have got to be better than the one, right?
I suppose you got a way to get into the locked room, too, haven't you?
That's easy. We can use some wire to pick the lock.
Oh, way to go, Charles. Outstanding.
Just like how I got into you. Into
Someone else's room, to Tony's room.
Tony's room.
Maybe a brief stint in jail will help you add authenticity to your story, too.
You won't get to call it, trust me.
That's gotta be the thumbnail.
Charles basically cracked the whole game. Dylan is a wannabe Kyle. I bet Rex knows everything. The lady got framed. Already went to trial.
Charles, stop!
Hello, Charles.
What the hell was Dylan doing in there?
What on earth was you doing in there?
I was just...
What were you doing outside of it, huh?
Well, I was just passing by and I heard that noise. I heard no Mr. White was out, so I was worried. I figured I'd see if I could find out who makes the noise by peering through the keyhole. That is what happened, isn't it, Mr. Hyde? Is that as how you lie, Mr. Hyde? You do that?
Yeah, like the kid said.
When I was just about to take a look, you burst out. It took me completely by surprise.
Shit.
What were you doing in Will White's room, Dylan?
I was making it Will
Nothing
Brown.
much. I was just room snooping in there. I mean, I was taking care of something Mr. White asked me to do.
I was Jack Green White off.
What was that?
He asked me to turn the
asked me to
water
jack
off while he was
right off
out.
in his room.
Yeah, please. I need to hit the quota.
Well, somebody called me on the phone and told me to find this
Turn
box.
it off. Why did he ask you to do that?
Well, he said there was a box in there and I had to put my heart in it.
To prepare to move out, of course. I got a spare key, so I let myself in.
Don't people normally turn the water off last before moving out? Dylan.
It's like I just told you. I'm only doing what he asked me to do. Anyway, I have to go now.
So if I go in there and turn the water on, it won't turn
Why,
on.
yeah.
Well, yeah.
He's posted up. Even so, we literally just got caught. Why don't we do this
That was
again?
quite a shock.
Some quick thinking on your part, though.
I'm not part of it. I've never liked telling lies. That's felt horrible.
Glad to hear it.
I'm lying right now.
Beats being a pathological liar any day of the week, like me.
I'm sure it does. Speaking of Dylan, wasn't he acting a bit strange? He seemed to be unusually panicked.
Yeah, not his usual suave self at all.
He was snooping.
He
in
was
that
room snooping in there.
What is it, Mr. Hyde?
The door. It's open.
It is?
Looks like Dylan fled before locking the thing back up. Guess you won't be breaking into anywhere today, kid.
Oh, but I wanted to lie about it. Then now is the chance, Mr. Hyde. Let's go inside.
Hold it. We can't both go in. One of us has to stand guard. If we're both poking around in there and somebody finds us, it's gonna hit the fan. Shit is going to hit the fan.
Well, I don't know about the van, but you're right. Why don't you go inside and I'll stand guard in the hallway? With Mrs.
That'd work.
When Mrs. Patrice comes up, I will go to my room and then tell her maybe there's something in that room.
Maybe there's something.
That's a good way of alerting you too. If somebody comes by, I'll knock on the door to let you know. If you hear me knocking, try not to make any noise inside the room. Once they've gone, I'll knock again and you can continue looking around.
Oh, we got a little sound-based minigame.
Do you think that's what?
And then just hold down the microphone use button. Ah!
Suppose it'll have to.
Wonder what he's gonna pretend to be doing.
Like
Yeah, that's good.
Forming in Kyle.
Well, this is Will's room, is it?
Got a
looks exactly like every other room.
Utilitarian room. Barely anything in it.
This place has less taste than dry bread.
That's
Can't
a-
imagine anybody would actually live in here.
like he's a little short on the Kyle Hydeisms this game.
Yeah, a little bit. I think it's because it's the European translation and not the American one.
I don't know. I feel like the European
Back in the day,
translations are mostly
European
the same.
translations were more accurate to the source material.
Jesus Christ. I had time for the phone to ring.
No, I need to answer it.
Threatening voice sounds out from the phone.
I guess you're not in there, so I'll just reline his message. Got to been obtained on the same way as usual. The money is in the usual place.
What the hell was that about?
Hello?
It's me. It's me, Will White, on the phone.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
I got a little tip for you.
You know, you
Find the box. And put your heart in it. Heart in it. Stupid.
saying that they're stupid. Because he knows they're gonna do it.
I can't believe this is like
Yeah.
this stupid recurring bit
Yeah.
is able to come up in every scene.
My professional
God.
opinion as a former detective, I'd say these look sleek but sturdy.
It's like it feels like it's part of the actual story.
Yeah, it is, but it isn't.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy!
He walks in the moment that it rings.
The front page of an old
Newspaper is lying on the table.
Wait a minute.
There's a piece guy.
It looks like the page has a section missing.
Section.
December 1955. 1955? I could be mistaken, but... that's a year. Looks like it could be the article about my dad that I got in the second order sheet.
The SOS, if you will.
The La Gazette. Must be Spanish. I take the newspaper front page with a section mission. A whiskey bottle. There's still some left. See this brand of whiskey in the cafe, too. Hotel Cafe West. Black case on the inside. Oh, I hear my pager going off. The case is locked and there's no getting in. Can't see a keyhole in this thing. Instead, there seems to be a kind of round indentation. How the hell do you get this thing open? Hear the sound of somebody knocking on the door. It's the signal.
Snoop ye not. It's pretty funny.
Okay, I'll clear to keep looking. Gotta look at these.
I wonder if he's just like pretending to like knock to see if Will's there, if that's his cover story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, many boxes stacked up in this corner. This one looks like it's been opened and then sealed again with more tape.
There's a little heart blood on it.
This must be the box that they put it in.
Boxes suck ass.
This must be the stuff he's taking with him when he moves.
Alright.
What else here?
That top box again? No? Alright. Alright, well, can't do anything.
Oh, nothing with that. Oh, there's like a suitcase here.
Put my phone on shut the hell up mode for 15 minutes.
My pager. Run over night guy.
A whole hour, 15 minutes.
Go check his answering machine, maybe? Answer phone. If I listen to the other messages, I'll find something out.
The plan is moving ahead as expected. We'll contact you again with details on the item.
All the preparations here have been made. The item can change hands in the usual manner. It's the same guy with different voices each time.
Yeah. My cute detective skills are telling me something. Well, White is definitely not a regular Celesteman.
I think he's Celeste's drugs. Guns and $20,000.
My God.
He sells a pack that's
Yeah,
gun and
yeah.
$20,000.
A starter kit.
It costs you the price of a gun plus $20,000.
Nice calming shade of dull gray. Can't judge Will for not making his bed properly. I tend not to either.
I'll make it
Not
for
gonna-
him,
not
so he
gonna
knows
check.
I was here.
No denying Comp A West has decent beds. The plain white pillow on the bed. Red Bear.
If this was the
Good.
final arc of... Wait, have you seen Death Note?
Yes.
If this was the final arc of Death Note, we'll be like, I knew from the fact that my bed remained unmade the way I left it, that you were
Yeah.
in there and didn't make it.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
The door is slightly open. I'll bet there's something interesting in there. Best not to get my hopes up, though. White jacket. Doesn't look like he's worn it all that much, ironically. Gray jacket. Not really my style, but I'll take a look in the pockets anyway. What's this? There's something inside. Looks like there's some sort of magnetic key. Oh, that's for the suitcase. Okay. We've got to use this key. Fuck.
Front page. Kind of like uses them.
Okay, here goes.
Thought it was gonna be a minigame.
I use the magnetic key to open the case. Bingo. We got some things. There's that camera. Inside the case is a single lens reflex camera. It's a camera. Strange, it's much later than I thought it would be.
Better put my fingerprints all over it.
Now I see.
Oh.
This thing's just a toy. Shake it, I can hear something rattling.
Ah. It's drugs. I can hear drugs rattling around.
There's a notebook inside the case. There's a black leather cover that's old and worn. There's something written in it. I did it. Ha! Charles. Jonnet.
Junior.
Charles Jr. You'll find information on the item on the right of the third floor display case. The guards change at 10 p.m. and the alarm bell on the door is an old type. What the hell is this about? Communicate using the usual means. Check the mirror. Check the mirror? What's he gonna see there? His reflection? What an idiot.
This is stupid.
There's a letter set inside the case. This isn't the first time I've seen this. It's exactly the same letter set used for the order sheet.
That's how you know they're good criminals. They're even stumping an actual detective looking at their directly at their communication.
They take the letter set. Does this mean he's the sender, though? Or that he's a receiver?
Yeah, check that again, because that was...
Means there's something inside the camera.
Can't do anything about
How
that?
do I get it out?
Hammer.
And use the
Hammer from earlier is the name
use
of
the doorstop on it.
I'm gonna use Pinky Rabbit Land on it.
My quarters.
I'll unlock it with
If
my
I give it
key.
$5,
Maybe it'll pop it. Hotel
I guess you
Pompeii
can't
West.
do anything about it? It's weird.
Maybe I need to get something from elsewhere in the room to open that. Okay, it said look in the mirror and also the right of the display case. Is this the display case?
Third floor display case. I think it was talking about
Oh, outside.
yeah, like somewhere that you'll
I
never,
was thinking it was this.
never ever go to, but maybe.
A few bits and pieces on Will's shelves. Doesn't look like he's used any of it lately, though.
Yeah, I think it was about a heist in a bank or something. Or
I see.
There's a reason refrigerators are generally white. I'm racist against refrigerators. A wicker basket serving a wicker basket serving as a trash
he
can.
puts on the extra cat
One of the
whiskers.
few items in here that feels homely.
Homely? That means ugly.
Yeah. One of the most ugly items in this room.
Check his mirror.
Mirrors.
Even though I'm pretty sure it's about a bank.
Mirror. Oh.
I guess not.
Why are the sink and its surroundings so clean, yet the surface of the mirror is dirty? I mean to give that mirror a closer look.
So there is something behind the mirror.
Mirror's covered in dirt. Can't see a thing in it.
Ah, the water's on. He didn't turn it off. It was lying.
Oh. Wait, what?
Oh, let the hot water run alone for a while.
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, I see. Whoa.
There.
Turn it off. Turn it back on.
Yeah, turn it back on. Let it. See
I thought
it,
I had to,
click it.
like, do it because it would make noise.
Now click it. I mean, Kyle, you can definitely see that, right? Okay, I guess he's done. Yeah, he's seeing it, so he's good.
836601.
Make sure you.
Whoops.
Okay, turn it on. What? Kyle, you saw
You
it.
saw it, bro.
I guess we gotta do it again.
I thought it was just like, okay, you've seen it. You can note it down.
You're required, bro. You, Kyle. Kyle.
Yeah,
Maybe you have to
see it.
open your notebook.
So, 83.
It'd be funny if he wrote a better note on the next page.
There.
Kyle, that's enough, right?
Yeah, we see it, bro.
Why is it not?
Okay, well we had the thing. Maybe it needs to be used on something.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Does this have a lock on it? No.
Looks like it's unlocked.
You unlocked it, bro.
Click the camera again and stuff.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, see guards alarm bell.
Check the mirror.
36601. Maybe the phone?
I already know I'm not the fairest one of all.
Check his phone.
Kyle's contacts got fogged up.
Check that dude's phone. If I was feeling mean, I could probably rack up big phone bills for everyone in the building.
Okay. There's something else that we gotta do. Something in the bathroom.
Maybe.
Is there a second mirror that I have to...
Second shite.
Oh, there's a second mirror here.
Like the other mirror in that bathroom? Oh, there's no other mirror in the
No,
bathroom.
there's no other mirror.
I can't see any shampoo or any of life's other essentials. Not sure I could live like this. It would seem kind of creepy.
He washed himself with just cold water.
Okay, well,
Ice cold water.
now what?
Maybe try leaving?
I don't think so.
Save it.
We'll save it.
What the... Okay. Alright, go back to the sink.
We might have to look at our thing. Might have to look at the guy.
Go to sink. Go sink.
Okay. So we got a copy down. Hotel copy down.
Turn it hot. Leave it hot.
Yeah.
Click. Okay, click on like the frame. Maybe just leave it. Don't hit any of the water. But yeah. Like we can clearly
What
see
do
it.
you mean, game?
Like
Yeah, like what does he want from us here? Kyle, what do you want, bro?
we add cold water. What happens? Something happens if we add cold water.
It has to be something dumb.
We should run up his water bill. Like even if we do that. Oh yeah, we can't do that. 8, 3,
Yeah, we gotta. It's like
6,
Pictionary.
Oh, 1.
I don't know.
That's
We
so
might have
weird.
we're gonna have to consult the guide. It's guide time. Here, hold on. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this.
Hot?
List window. Secret copy.
This will be the last window I ever see.
Alright, we gotta go to chapter.
Look up 836601. Never mind.
No.
Just look up mirror.
Choate. Choika. Yeah.
Promise. Like Sam and your husband. Looked it up. What's so funny?
Okay.
Sam Trey. Oh wait. Oh yeah. Keep going. Ring. Newspaper. Keep still and don't do anything. Closet. Free jacket, magnetic key. Check the mirror, letter set. Oh, letter set. The letter set which Kyle sees is the same as the paper used for the order sheet. Oh, use the letters. Wait, hold on. There's fingerprints on it. Let me see. Tap the hot water knob, turn on water, let it run, allow steam. Stick to the number, write it down. Safety deposit box. Turn to the closet and just examine the safety deposit box again. Okay. So it's in the closet. We just didn't look back in the closet.
Where in the closet again?
There's a safety deposit box in the closet.
Oh, okay.
Did we just not see that?
I guess we didn't look hard enough. Whoopsie.
There's gotta be more to it. You know what it is
I don't
it,
like
bro.
that he makes it sound like we're missing something there.
Yeah. Oh, and the other side. Whoops. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
What am I gonna find inside this thing?
Well, we already know the things and everything.
Do you know? Do you remember it? Yeah, fine. You remember it.
836601. It was just an issue of where we didn't know where to put the code, and also the game wasn't telling us. The game wasn't telling us in good language what to do. Where it was trying to make us seem like we didn't know what we were doing there when we absolutely did.
$300 in ones.
It's open.
American Kyle would have given a better gint. And
Gint.
There's a passport inside the safety deposit box. What have I got here?
Will McGrath.
Ah.
Rex.
His real name is Will McGrath. Like Kathy McGrath.
Like Jeremy McGrath.
Looks like Will's passport. Passport is in the name of Will McGrath. Hang on. McGrath? So Will's surname is the same as the manager of the hotels.
And the person who got anointed. Steal it.
Oh. Not again. Guess I better keep the noise
I
down.
wanted to know how much money it was.
Everyone listening in stereo right now?
Thanks. Okay,
He also had $20,000 in a gun in there.
Right before you finish looking.
Yeah.
I take his money.
banknotes inside the safety deposit box. A stack of banknotes.
I guess you could call it
Where
that.
did he get so much cash?
Banknotes. That's it.
Okay. Now we gotta.
Time to get the fuck out of here. I'm stereoing at the screen.
Okay, letter set.
Alright.
Use. What are you using on?
Alright. That's it, unless we
Is
can
that
get
it?
that thing out the photo thing?
Yeah, I'm thinking about the camera now. Save
The
first.
photo thing.
Yep. Okay. So what do we do with the camera guide?
Suddenly Charles knocks, keep still.
Oh, it's a random number every single time. That's
Yep.
kind of interesting.
Take the me, I will not play. Okay, now you can go to the camera.
Okay. That's also kind of shit that you can't do it in any order. It has to be like in a random,
Yeah,
predetermined order.
I think it might be
strange.
crucial because it's something with the DS's programming.
Maybe.
Or like programming games on
But
the
that's
DS.
stupid.
It is stupid, but... Look at the ball.
What the?
Oh, it's because in order to get it open, we have to know his date, his birthday from the passcode. Passport. Oh, let me check my... Wait, come on. Hold on,
It was
Kyle.
something 42, right? I don't remember the month and year.
Yeah, January 42nd.
November 42nd? 28.
November 28th, 42.
1942.
No, go the other way. 4.
Okay.
Oh.
The 91st of November.
Unbearable. Yeah, try going back now. So. Oh.
Oh, ooh. I see. That's a cool little device there. I like that.
That did it. What is this?
Good thing he said it to his own birthday.
It's pretty tattered, but it looks like it was a postcard. So I can make out a signature on the edge. Michael McGrath. Wasn't he a dad?
Gosh dang.
I take the torn postcard. Why on earth would anyone want to stuff half a postcard from the hotel manager into this toy camera?
Suddenly get a hint of a presence other than my own.
But it's already too late. I feel the muzzle of a gun pressed up against my back. Oh god, there's nothing I can do other than stay still in amazement. I hear a cold voice from behind me say, I guess you can be the cold
What was
voice.
his Will's voice again?
It was like, what were you doing?
What
here?
are you doing here? What are you doing
Oh, shit.
here?
Just having a look at your room. Do you mind? I need to find out exactly who you were.
What were you doing looking for? What were you looking for while you were... I'm not ready. I wasn't ready for this. What were you looking for in here? Speak up!
If you want me to talk, how about putting the piece down?
I'm a reasonable man, sure, why not?
The pressure on my back disappears.
How did you get in here?
The door was open, so I just came in.
You're going to have to do better than that. Unless, of course, you want me to put a bullet in you.
It's the truth. This place was already open. Dylan left it that way after he came out.
Dylan, what the hell? Now I'm gonna shoot him.
He said you'd asked him to take care of something in here before moving out. He used a spare key to get in. But being the numbskull he is, he left without locking up.
Funny, I don't remember asking him to take care of me.
Oh, so he was helping us out.
I'm shifting the blame.
Maybe not, but it doesn't change the fact that he was in here.
Hmm.
If you don't believe me, take a trip down the hall and ask Charles. He saw too. He'll tell you exactly what I just did.
Let's assume I believe you. For now, anyway. Maybe Dylan was...
Was what?
No, that can wait. Room snooping bastard Dylan. I hate room snoopers.
I hate room
I shoot them with bullets and
Yeah.
put bullets in them with my gun.
My bullets.
The more pressing issue is what to do about you. I think I'll have you answer a few more questions. Let's start with what you did while you were sneaking around
He has
here.
vums in his gun.
It's in his
He
gun.
shoots up.
Yellow triangles.
You twisted my arm.
I guess I'll give it a shot.
Sure, you want me to say it all out loud, though? I mean, I think I've just about pieced it all together. Your secrets and such.
Don't kid yourself. There's no way you know what I've been doing here.
Now I can shoot my own
Ooh.
vums at him.
Objection!
Just click that and he just immediately gets shot and dies.
He save states.
What? So there's more to it.
As I suspected, you stink.
Oh.
That's right, you keep telling yourself that.
You know so much, why not share some of it with me?
Better listen good.
Haha, you clicked the wrong phone.
What if I wait?
Think you can get out of this by climbing up, do you? Answer my questions. What were you doing in here?
I was just checking the decor.
Enough of the wisecrack. Spit it out. What were you looking for? Tell me.
Okay. There's the other thing.
What? Nice try, I'm onto you!
Oh, you are you? Well then, let's just see. How much do you think you know about me?
For starters, I know what your real job is.
People need guns to vroom Kyle. He's too powerful.
He turns it into a Danganronpa moment.
Yeah, exactly.
You've been earning a pretty penny, too, by all accounts.
What is it you think I've been doing to earn all this money?
$9 a day? That's crazy. I know plenty more than that. I know all about the lies and deceit, too.
Oh, just what do you think I've been lying about? Go ahead and vum me, Kyle.
Simple.
Faked your job and your identity.
You faked your identity.
What?
I got your number.
Number of your date of birth.
You got nothing. That's what. You don't have the first clue who I am.
Oh yeah? Will?
And he's like,
What?
Where did the banknotes come from?
banknotes? Where did you come across something like that?
You know damn well.
Oh, you clicked wrong. You
I looked
clicked the
inside your
wrong one.
case. Whoopsie.
Nice try. You'll have to do better than that or I'll shoot you. There's no such thing in my case and you know it.
Whoopsie.
Oh no, I think I fucked up.
You did fuck
Uh-oh, I think I just like ultra died. Wait, hold on, I gotta go back. My
The first one.
I need the fucking... Shit, goddamn it, I can't do it again. Damn it!
All right,
It doesn't-
all right,
okay.
chat. Remember, everyone makes mistakes.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Everyone
and-
is bad.
And is bad at playing video games.
Okay, now I should stay here.
Yeah,
I only
after
get
you-
one shot.
After you death shivered 4 times.
In your safety deposit box. I looked in the safety deposit.
You did what? You opened the safety deposit box in my closet.
Yeah, what's the matter? Surprised I got into it?
There's no way you could have got that thing open. The only person who could possibly open is me, or the intended recipient. Dylan.
Your real name is Will McGrath.
Well, ridiculous. You already know my name.
Come on, you take me for an idiot? Your name's Will McGrath.
Can you actually hear yourself? Have you got any proof to back up your outrageous claims? Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Yes.
Your passport.
It'd be funny if you show him the postcard now and he's like, what? What is that?
Take a look at this.
Get a load of this.
That's my...
Right, it's your passport.
Irk.
Will McGrath, that's your real name after all.
It is. Well done. That's me, Will McGrath. You
So true, bestie.
What are you trying to trade?
I'm sorry?
What are you trading in exchange for the banknotes?
What are you selling is
It
the
must-
normal way to say that?
Yeah, what are you bartering? It must be something fairly significant for the price
For you to be
pay.
peddling it. Merchanting, even.
Save your breath, I've had enough of your damn prying. I'm gonna start shooting.
It's not gonna be your day then, because my prying's just getting started.
What?
You've been pretending to live here in this apartment, but your real job means you have to creep around secretly at night. Am I wrong?
What are you drinking? Is that A&W? It better not be A&W, and you be
Actually,
wise not to cross me and my
actually is.
box gang any further.
You started this conversation, remember?
Maybe it's going to take a bullet to shut you up after all.
Yeah, I'll take a rain check on that.
Yeah, Kyle hided him.
Oh god.
Kyle hid.
You're not gonna... I'm gonna beat you with words, bro. Besides, I doubt you got the balls to shoot me right here in this place.
That's what you think, is it?
Think about it. If you shoot me here, how long is it gonna take the other residents to come running? And I'm sure you aren't looking for any more publicity.
Brave words for someone in your position.
So, anyway, now that I've blown your cover, Mr. McGrath, what are you gonna do about it? Shoot me? Luckily for you, I'm not gonna rat you out to the
I
police.
promise I'm not gonna tell
promise.
anyone.
Oh, well, you
He
already
comes outside and there's a police officer outside.
Hey, I just talked to a criminal. If you must know, I only snuck in here to find out something I've been investigating. In the hope of unveiling the truth. And I think you can shed some light on it.
I see. Well, Mr. Hyde, would you care to share it with me? What exactly are you looking for? What do you mean by truth?
That's easy. I want to know about 25 years ago. Once I found out you were Will McGrath, I realized that you were connected to the murder that happened 13 years ago.
Me? Connected to a murder? And how do you figure that? Tot, tot, tot.
Tot, 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 tot.
Because you're the victim's son.
I'm afraid not.
Victim of the murder 13 years ago, Kathy McGrath was the manager's wife.
McGrath's a common enough name. Just because we share it doesn't mean I'm related. You seem to enjoy jumping to conclusions, Kyle.
There's no jumping here. It's all based on evidence I have.
If that's the case, please show me.
Here.
Michael. Papa.
Dad.
Da-da.
Or Dad,
It says
you,
as you were
as you're
keen
more
to call
familiar
him.
with. Keen to call him. About 38 years ago.
really goddamn serious conversation.
Or
Yeah, those are
Dada, as you were...
As you called them between the ages of 0.5 and 1.5.
Take a look at this.
It's from
Dada! Open up the toy camera inside your case. The postcard I found inside bore the name Michael McGrath. The same name as the husband of the victim, Kathy, 13 years ago. He was the manager of the hotel at the time. Why have you been hiding it?
Now that you've shown me this, I suppose there's no sense in denying it. You're right, Mr. Hyde. I'm her son. Kathy McGrath, the victim of the murder 13 years ago, was my mother.
Fantastic.
And now the victim of today is you.
It all makes sense now. Damn, I'd never have guessed you were related to the victim. No use in keeping quiet now. You may as well talk.
I'm gonna pull my piece out on you.
My penis.
What do you want me to say?
Tell me everything. I want to hear exactly what you hope to gain from all this.
I have absolutely no idea what you're saying. I live here under a false name, I'll grant you that.
And also, Kyle's not right because, like, if Will really, really wanted to shoot him, we would have a really good self-defense case because Kyle technically broke into his house.
He entered, but he did not break.
Oh, you already said that.
I'm a guy who does a job I'd rather the other tenants didn't know about. The same guy whose mother was murdered in the past. How's that for the truth? So now you know everything. What do you have to say?
Well, that was almost half convincing. You think I was fucking born yesterday? There's no way in hell you've told me everything. Last chance, spill it.
And then he, like, takes his gun.
What have you been doing in this building? Or else I'll vote you. I'll do it. What were you trying to gain by using me? Time for you to cut the bull and tell me the truth. Why are you living here in this goddamn building? What are you up to?
Nothing. I'm just a tenant. An 11th, maybe. 9th. I'm living here just like you are. No!
You expect me to believe that?
This place is memory.
You're looking for the culprit!
I think it's that.
I think it is culprit.
I'll save state just in case. You're looking for the culprit.
The what?
The case surrounding your mother's murder was never solved, so you're here trying to find out who the culprit is.
Maybe I am. What of it? Some of what you're saying is close to the truth, but you're not quite on the money. The money's over there in the safety deposit box.
Mr. McGrath, don't get cryptic with me.
I'm not searching for my mother's murderer. I decided to live here after I found out who did it.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Mr.
It
Hyde.
was me.
It was me. I did it. You and I have shared very similar experiences. Very similar experiences.
And familiar experiences.
Both of us have had a parent murdered before we were off of Similac.
I said Dada.
We said that.
We said Dada together.
Your father was killed 25 years ago and my mother 13 years ago. Both cases remain unsolved.
What are you getting at?
Well, although our paths are distinctly similar, we have adopted different approaches and landed on the same culprit, maybe. We'll see. You were once a detective, yet you chose not to look into your father's case, but I have. You're even living in a place that may still be able to shed light on things, but do nothing. You're not even trying to find out the truth. You're just snooping in rooms because it's your instincts, Kyle. And that's the reason I'm so angered by you. And the reason I chose to point you in the right direction.
Interesting.
Are you for real?
That's right, I typed that bullshit on the order sheet.
So the order sheet was your doing.
That would be telling.
Come on, you told me this much. No sentence this much. No sentence stopping here. Which direction were you trying to point me in?
That's simple. Right here, at the end of my gun.
And what did you mean with what you said just now? Said we had distinctly different approaches to our respective pasts. Tell me what you meant by that.
It's all about something that I possess, but you don't. The Scarlet Star.
Everyone fucking has it.
The burning desire to get even with the person who is responsible. I'll not rest until that person has... the person responsible for my mother's death has been made to pay. And since the justice system has failed in its attempt, I must get
I think he thinks that it's Margaret that killed Kathy. But I don't think that's right.
So who killed Kathy?
The main person responsible is already dead.
Oh, okay.
George.
Dum, dum, dum.
But their accomplice is still around.
Okay, so he thinks George did it and Max is the accomplice. That's my thinking.
Their accomplice? Are you referring to...
Maria Reve, who was like 12 at the
Yeah.
time.
referring to Mrs. Patrice?
Right first time. I moved in here in order to be in a position to take my gun revenge on her.
I was sending her bombs.
I was sending her bombs. I originally intended to crush her throat with my bare hands.
Jesus.
Then something appeared and got in the way of my plan. A soda bottle from this machine. It had a winning.
I wanted it.
It had a winning cap on it. I received 1,000.
What kind of revenge are you planning?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Pitiful. Just pitiful.
Now, Mr. Hyde, that hurts. Ouch.
You were just gonna use me to get your revenge and
My
I'd be
gun
none the
revenge.
wiser? I mean, you knew what I did on the side, so you sent me the order sheet, right? I found all the evidence I need to pin it on you in this very room.
And what evidence might that be?
Where's the letter set?
Oh, shit.
Here's your evidence.
Oh, well, I'll take that back. This is...
It was you, wasn't it? You sent me the order sheet.
Congratulations, Mr. Hyde. You found out something I basically already told you.
Yeah, but now you're a little bit more smart.
What kind of revenge are you planning?
Gun revenge, Mr. Hyde. I want her to own up to her crimes and show me how repentant she is.
And do it yourself. Don't involve me in your dirty work.
You still don't get it, do you, Mr. Hyde? It's much more fun to have
Look at
somebody
that.
else do it. It's much
man.
more fun to have somebody else do it.
You're sick, man.
Yeah, I know. Quite sick, as the kids say. Spare me your moral posturing. You took the order willingly. No doubt you've been having the time of your life, snooping around rooms, roving around the building, reliving your glory days of Hotel Dusk Room 215. And it didn't take you long to realize something either. You realize that if you found the Scarlet Star that went missing 25 years ago, you'd be able to uncover the truth behind your own father's murder, too.
And how the hell did you know about that?
Achoo, shoots gun. Oh, sorry.
Damn it. What interest could you possibly have in my daddy's murder?
I heard about it. The incident from 25 years ago. Somebody working in the hotel at the time told me.
Who told you?
I told them I
Are you
wouldn't tell
referring
you.
to Michael McGrath, your father? He told you, didn't he?
Yes, that's right. My father told me the truth before he passed away 3 years ago. He helped me understand exactly what happened on that day 25 years ago.
25 years ago.
25 years ago.
What got in the way of your plan?
I learned that my mother's murder was triggered by the incident 25 years ago, and I learned that was due to the involvement of an organized crime syndicate.
A crime syndicate.
Yes, named after a bird. Not just any, one that you're very familiar with. None other than... I was talking about Condor. Nile. Yes, Nile and Condor.
What did you just say? Nile were involved?
They were indeed.
How the hell did they come into what went on here?
That's something I can't help you with, I'm afraid. All I know is that their involvement in the incident complicated matters.
Is Nile and Condor the same
I was
thing?
gonna say, yeah, I think so.
What happened
Or
25 years ago?
They're at least related in some way. A safe was broken into on the premises of Hotel Cape West. The item stolen was known as the Scarlet Star. The person who stole it was... your father.
What?
Yep. Things like this have taught me many things, and I need to let go of things immediately. Everyone in both Kyle-eyed games is living like 20 years in the
Yeah.
It's true. My father died 3 years ago, right after telling me everything he knew. It was the first time I was able to see the entire picture.
So you didn't know before then?
No, my father and I never really saw eye to eye. I left at home as soon as I could. After that, the only time I met my father was at my mother's funeral. Later, he collapsed due to an illness, and the next time I saw him, he was dying. I hadn't seen him in 10 years. He was in a weakened state, and in need of my support. Before he'd drawn his final breath, he spoke to me. He told me he was sorry and that he had something he needed to say to me. He went on to inform me that a man called George Patrice had killed my mother. There was no evidence, but he knew for a fact it was him.
Are you seriously trying to tell me that Mag's husband killed Cathy McGrath?
He then thrust that torn old postcard into my hands and told me something else. Oh,
He just got shot right then.
Yeah, I glitched your chest about
You
it.
told me something else.
That's what he told me. That everything started 25 years ago when the Scarlet Star disappeared. This is the last thing he said. That there was a man who stole the Scarlet Star from the hotel safe 25 years ago. Take a shot every time he says 25 years ago.
Yeah.
He tried to tell me the name of that safecracker. He struggled to speak the words, but never made it. His final breath had been exhaled. He died a wretched and lonely old man. It wasn't the way he wanted to go. He wanted to be wretched and married.
Yes.
What happened then?
After spending the time to look after my dying father, I suddenly farted and had a change of heart.
I suddenly had one fart, and that's all it took.
Although previously I hadn't really cared for him, these new emotions changed that. Almost without noticing, I was clasping his cold, lifeless hand, making a promise. I promised I'd get to grips with the truth he imparted to me, and that I would force someone else to look
Get to
into it to
grips
fuck
with?
with them. Yes, and I'd find out everything and bring it to light. Make sure that all the circumstances surrounding my mother's death are known. I used the partial hints that my father had left me with and started to piece it together. I researched the building, the key players, and I learned that George Patrice was already dead. But that didn't deter me. I had to refocus my efforts on this widow, the last widow, who had turned the hotel into apartments.
Shit. Last window.
Once I had uncovered that information, things got really interesting. I learned that the son of the person who cracked the safe 25 years ago lived there too.
But how'd you make the connection?
What is this? So what, the Scarlet Star was where? At the hotel?
Yeah, and Kyle's dad stole it.
From the hotel?
Yeah.
What? Why was that at the hotel?
I think it was some kind of organized crime thing, and that all these parties were like, with like a gathering of like Condor or Nile members or something like that.
Do you really want to know? So it was like they stole the Mona Lisa, but then Kyle's dad stole it from them.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think that's what happened.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. But here goes.
And Kyle's dad was like all but said to be in like the pocket of like probably a different crime organization.
Probably, yeah.
So probably it was like a kind of gang war type of thing.
Oh, yeah, maybe it was Condor versus Nile.
Oh, maybe, yeah, that makes sense.
Well, here goes. The reason I knew that he was in the same business as I am. I have my own very thorough means of finding out things like that.
That's what you used to determine Niall's involvement too, right?
Precisely. It also provided useful when it helped me learn about the jobs you did behind the scenes. My methods were infallible.
I vommed everybody.
I vommed the shit out of everyone. And everyone who wouldn't get vommed, I pulled out my guns.
I
And they would
pulled a bullet in
stop
there.
their godforsaken death shivering. It's
You
so
see all
annoying.
those vacant rooms in the rest of the hotel? That's the people that I killed with my gun.
So it gets rid of all the red in their bodies. They turn quite pale, and they stay pale. They don't turn red anymore. Kyle Hyde,
Kyle Hyde's son.
Kyle Hyde, also known as Chris's Hyde's son, lived in this very building, oblivious to the event of the past. It was priceless, but made me think. I had to find a way to make you start looking into things.
And that's when you decided to send the order sheet.
Right again. If I just told you everything, the plot wouldn't be nearly as interesting. But it seems I underestimated you. Before you unearthed the truths behind Mrs. Patrice and the Scarlet Star, you discovered the truth behind me.
Didn't you think it was bound to happen? What will you do now?
It may sound a little boring, but nothing. You found me out so easily after all. If I attempt to delve any further, I expect Niall to come knocking on my door.
Niall?
Yes, they've clearly left their mark on this building. If I even so much as try to uncover the facts behind their operation, I'll be dead in a car accident, but on purpose.
It wouldn't be an accident.
Car purpose.
A car purpose? Yeah.
Please don't misunderstand, Mr. Hyde. I'd like nothing more than to make them pay. But I realize the consequences, and I think it's time for me to release my grip.
And you can live with that, can you?
Certainly, as long as I'm alive, there's always a chance I can know the truth someday. That's the promise I made to my father. But for the time being, I value my life above all else.
I see.
The real question is, what are you going to do now? Are you going to die in a car
As long as that
incident?
order remains valid, I'll do what I always do and track the item down.
An answer that does you credit.
My job, after all, to get $6 a day. And the reward that waits for me at the end is more than enough to keep me going.
As it should be. Maybe you should take my job as this kind of salesman, the one that sells drugs and artifacts. In any case, take this.
Drugs and artifacts.
Strange time to be giving gifts, wouldn't you say?
It's a bullet. It's
Oh,
Give
the
it
thing that I already gave him.
one more thing I forgot to mention. When my when my father thrust this into my hand, he told me that this was a vital clue to discovering the Scarlet Star. And that, Mr. Hyde, is all I can tell you.
Oh, the picture. Okay, so probably the other half, wherever it is.
Will leaves the room. It's his room.
Why did he leave it? This is your room now, Kyle.
I hate
Farewell.
this room. This stinky, stinky room.
Huh?
Is everything okay, Mr. Hyde?
I got bored
Wait.
of standing there, so I just left.
Yeah, did he not see him go in there?
Yeah, just peachy.
I was worried for a moment.
Took the words right out of my mouth, kid. Did you manage to get away okay?
Yes, just about.
Oh, he must have like saw him coming
Yeah.
and realized that he can't prevent Will from going into his own fucking room.
Yeah.
He came back while I was keeping watch. I didn't want him to see me, so I quickly made my way back to my room. Sorry.
Don't worry, it was quick thinking. Besides, it's not like I could have hidden in his room.
I guess you are right.
I found out some useful information, though. You know the murder victim from 13 years ago? Turns out Will's her son.
He is?
He's not planning on coming back here anytime soon either. It's probably best if you just forget all about him.
He's not the kind of guy you should be associating with in any case.
I see. Thanks for the advice. I'll steer well clear of him. Charles moves away.
I guess I have to do something about the character named William Black in my novel. I'll have to change that.
I finally discovered he sent me the
Wait,
order
Will
sheet.
White won't black.
Won't Black, yeah.
It was Will White. I'd never have guessed he would been behind it.
Maybe I will change his name to Will McGrath.
That sounds good.
All I can think about is finding the truth behind what happened 25 years ago. I think I know what I need to do. I think it's time to
There we
gather my
go.
thoughts.
I was like, he's gonna do the white space thing. He's gonna enter his liminal zone,
Yeah.
his sepia zone.
This all happened on fucking Christmas, by the way.
Oh yeah, what the hell?
Tony came to my room and gave me
Kyle
Rex's
almost
notebook.
got shot in the back of the head on Christmas.
Yeah.
Written inside was a
Merry
reference
Christmas
to
to me.
Condor and a man called Jack Green.
We made
It said
several
they
puns
both
about him, and they were
disappeared
all
in
the same one.
1967. Rachel kind of looked into the name Jack Green and found out that he was...
Unfortunately named.
Oh wait, no,
he's a
yeah.
reporter.
Yeah.
Reporter.
I thought he was doing the same job as Rex. My bad.
a safe cracker. Definitely not a safe cracker.
Otherwise, he would
It was an unsafe cracker. Just like my dad.
We
Just like
made
my
that
dad
joke.
did.
We literally made that
Yeah.
joke like once an episode. Once an episode, we gotta look in our notes. We gotta have the continuation of Ed's bullshit plotline in the background. We gotta go into the bathroom and say the same
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
every time. We gotta make a joke about a safe cracker.
Hey Mom, want to know a fun Christmas fact? I almost got shot. Makes you feel bad we had a fight, huh?
Then I started.
I almost got shot in the back.
Makes you feel bad, and I started a fight.
You know, I was this guy who called his dad Danta. That's how I got one over on him.
Kyle, after that fight, I felt just terrible, and, well, this man called me, I think. And he told me to put my heart in box.
No!
And, well, now I have heart problems, Kyle.
It's giving everyone heart problems.
Los Angeles beat. Rachel had discovered that he had unearthed certain truths about Condor and had been murdered before he could unveil it all publicly. After returning Sydney's record to him, we had a chat.
This was like a day of like 5 stories.
Yeah, I know,
all at
right? This
once.
is a long one.
This led me to want to talk to Mags regarding her late husband. Her husband, who was killed 13 years ago, went by the name of Georgie.
George Michael.
George Mikey.
Right. Max's husband's name was George Patrice. He was the proprietor of several successful eateries around town. Max went on to explain that he was killed during a robbery that took place 13 years ago.
So, like, everyone in this fucking building has someone close to them that was, like, killed. Like, Rex Faster has his partner, Marie has her brother and her husband who died in the same way. Mags has her husband who died here. Will has his mom who died here. We have our dad that died. It's like everybody is fucking connected.
Rachel
Now Betty's
contacted my
gonna die.
pager. I got her on the phone, then looked into the photos from the album on the 4th floor. I made the startling discovery of a certain person in one of the photos, and it was Mags.
It was Ed.
Right. It was none other than Mags I discovered in one of the photos. It was in a photo showing a party dubbed Scarlet Star. In it, she was wearing the necklace she still wears today. She looked a lot younger in that picture.
13 years younger.
I wanted to, from a photo in the 8 film that Charles showed me. We noticed that Will White from room 306 appeared in both. Charles agreed to help me when I decided to go and get a closer look at his room. Thanks to the contents of the safety deposit box and the postcard inside the camera, I was able to discern a certain truth about Will. What was it that I found out? That he was in debt. Aren't we all? I found out that his real name was Will McGrath. Turns out that he's the son of the late manager of Hotel Cape West, Michael McGrath. The postcard and passport I uncovered inside his room proved it. After Will returned to his room, I put him on the spot to get some straight answers, and not some gay ones. He confessed to having been the one behind the mysterious order she'd ever seen.
Yeah, you really cornered him, Kyle.
Yeah, I really took
I
control
got
of
him.
that situation.
I
I put a
mean-
gun on him.
You basically did.
Yeah. He went on to explain that the reason he sent it to me was because...
He wanted to possess me. To possess the Scarlet Star.
The reason he sent me
I
the
need
order
it.
sheet is because he didn't want his mother's murder to remain unpunished. He also shared a new, startling revelation with me about 25 years ago. The person who snuck into Hotel Cape West with the intention of cracking the safe and stealing the Scarlet Star was my dad. I could only stare dumbly at Will when he told me. Dumbly. I was tumbling all over the place after that. The truth that
Dumbling all
Will
the
shared
doors.
with me didn't reveal everything, but at least another of this building's mysteries has come to light. Why am I so keen on uncovering the truth behind what took place here 25 years ago? Thanks to him, I now have an outline that puts things into a better perspective. Now I know for certain, if I search for the Scarlet Star, I will also find out the truth behind my daddy's murder. In addition to those, I've also begun to consider something. That there's
Maybe I
even
should
more
get
to
a
this whole
cat.
mystery than meets the eye. I have to uncover it all. Maybe a cat will help me.
Chapter 9 is him getting a cat, and then Chapter 10 is the
That's
end of the
the actual
game.
ending,
Yeah. It's like a really, really lighthearted chapter. You have to play with the cat. It's like Nintendo Cats. Did they call it Nintendo Cats, or did they
No,
just
it's
call it...
called Nintendogs plus cats.
Yeah, well, that's
Fucking-
stupid, bro.
Oh, don't save it, bro.
Don't save it!
Shaking about it.
Rocking back and
Yeah.
forth.
I dared you! I dared you not to save it!
Ow. Ow.
I had to pee real bad.
Oh, I was gonna go first.
Alright, that's all. That's Murder, She Wrote. A little sensual Kyle for you
That's
guys to look
murder,
at.
she wrote.
Alright, we're going to fucking come back to this next week. And then, for the rest of the day, we're going to play Shy Guy Surfing. So, tune in for that. That's really good. That's really going to be fun. Alright, gamers. I'll see you in a little bit.